Hello everybody, it is I, Ludicolo, and welcome back to another Twitch stream. We are gonna immediately jump over to the hunt, because this is what we're gonna be doing all day. So, yeah, happy Safari Week everybody. It's that time of the year again. Now, I did it for the first time last year because Nidorino was on my main hunt, and now I'm doing it just for fun. It's really kind of weird. Years ago, if you had told me I would be shiny hunting actively nowadays, I would have said that's not true, that's not gonna happen, because I hate finding shinies in the Safari Zone. And I do understand why some people do, some people don't, but I'm at the point where I'm just comfortable shiny hunting. Is that weird? I don't know, because like as a streamer, I've been able to stretch myself up a bit in terms of like what I can do, but also I built up a lot of endurance over the years when it comes to like doing this type of thing. But yeah, happy Safari Week everybody. It is the 20th of June, and this is the first day of Safari Week, as stated by Blog, aka Matt. And let me say everybody first, congrats to Jerbski on the first. Welcome in, Bazinga. Hope you're well. And Hexa with the blue shell, welcome in too. Congrats. And Tal, welcome in. Good to see you again for the third time today. I've seen you like in 2 other chats today. Hope you're well. Yeah, happy first day of summer 2, aka the best season. So this is gonna be a great next few months we got ahead until it all comes tumbling down in fall. Well, fall will be fine, but then winter and spring will happen again. It's just a year thing. And thank you for the 5-star streak, Talon. I appreciate it. But yeah, hope you guys are well. And T-Bag, welcome in too. Good to see ya. So yeah, as you guys saw from the messages above, I got myself... Oh, let me turn on the virtual camera before I forget. I basically got myself a Poipo from Pocket. Now, the problem was, for the entire week, I didn't get a single Poipo because I was like doing winter picks for the event cards, and then even the chancy ones, and I kept getting Stuffle. Like, 1 out of 5 chance I get Stuffle, I got it. I got 4 in a row at one point, and I was just tired of it. Like, give me Poipo. But then, just now, I saw a winter pick that was free, and it was Poipo and 4 other things that are useless to me. And then I somehow finally got my Poipo just now. So, yeah, that's what just happened, which is why I'm happy all of a sudden. So, a few things first. We're hunting Surskit in Soul Silver today. This is the full series Soul Silver file I'm using from full series back in 2023. But I call myself a Star U, and it has Illuminate and a Smoke Ball, and it's all 43. This is important because I am hunting Surskit, and I believe the plains area, I forget where it is actually, I feel dumb for forgetting, but everything is set up. Just to let you guys know. I'll explain more a bit once we get inside the Safari Zone, but yeah, hope you guys are having a good day so far. Happy Friday, happy first week of Safari Zone, happy first day of summer, and yeah, hope you guys are having a great day so far. I don't know what else to say, just glad to be chilling again as usual. Greatest Nuzlocke sensation ever hit, yep. So, yeah, this is definitely a Nuzlocke we're doing. So, first thing first. As you can see in this area right here I'm in, I have 28 water objects. With 28 water objects, you are able to get Surskit. Now, the other problem with this is you can also get Lotad if you have at least 12. But the thing is, if I have a Pokemon between level 43 to 46, I am guaranteed to get a Surskit as my encounter with Repels. So we are doing a Repel manip to get ourselves Surskit every single time. And with Staryu, level 43, we'll always guarantee Surskit. And with Illuminate, we're able to get, you know, better odds for, we're more likely to find Surskit. I have everything else set up, hopefully. I think we're good. Wait, what? Oh, Repel. Great start, Ludo. Great start. Good job, me. Oh, I forgot to turn on auto counter too. Hold on. So I did not start stream mode today, clearly. Okay, let me turn on auto counter first. And let me put on a Repel before I forget. I thought I had a Repel, but clearly I did not. So, Surskit, load. Let's add it on one to the counter because I'm just gonna count every encounter I run into. And let's get started, shall we? Not enough fountains. You can only go up to 30 and I have 28 up. So you tell me, you think I have enough? It does suck that the deal with using repels in the menu again. but it's fine. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day so far. As you can see, Surskit is guaranteed with this strat we got here. So yeah, very nice. But yeah, the strat for this, once again, we have 28 of these. We have, yeah, we are in, I think, the plains area, which you are guaranteed Surskit. If you have rolled, you have 28 objects, a little 43 to 46 Pokemon, and you have Repel on and Illuminate. Well, Illuminate is just more likely to give you the encounter. But this is what we're hunting for. This and Oddish will be my hunts for the rest of Safari Week, I'd say. I think it's pretty good. And the reason why I chose these two, by the way, I also have no reason why. Last year, you guys wanted me to go for Oddish, so I said, we'll go for Oddish for Sapphire, and I did not find it, sadly, but it's fine. I wasn't banking on finding it anyway, but we'll try again this year with Surskit as well. Surskit is just a Pokemon I think is very nice to shiny hunt. I like to pick odd choices, well, Pokemon that not many people hunt for in most cases, and for Safari Week, I thought, hey, I don't know how many people hunt Surskit in the Safari Zone, but I think it'd be cool to try it out either way. So that's what I'm doing. And I brought back this layout from last year that Talos suggested me to make. So I have this again. For my layout. I have the little grass, little Safari Ball. I have some trees. All the simple stuff. And I appreciate the good luck, Gerb. But hope you guys are doing well too. Anybody else doing Safari Week with me? Anybody else? Because I know a lot of my friends aren't going to be doing it, but mostly offline, which is understandable. But for streamers, I know Johnson's doing it. I know Whimsy's doing it. I know other people are. I have done in the past. Really? What have you hunt for in the past, Gerb? I know my friend Holy Fire, aka Holy Fart, that I called one time last year. I can't believe I said that. I know she partook in early Safari Zone. I know Steph is also going to be doing Safari Week soon. Basically, a lot of my friends are. And for this week alone, I'll probably be mainly supporting Safari Week homies for the rest of the week. And this event goes, I think, all the way up to the 29th. So, yeah, that's how much time we're looking into this week for Safari Week, if you guys are curious to know. This is Fire Leaf Creek Safari. What Pokemon, if I may ask? But either way, that's pretty cool. Last year, though, chat, a little note. Last year, for those who did not see what happened last year, my Safari Week, we popped off. So, back in, I think, September 2023, I might be wrong. I think it was September 2023. I started a Nidorino shiny hunt in the Safari Zone. Because it was the first full-on shiny I found years ago. And I said, I want to run it back years later on the stream, and I did. It took me until the first day of Safari Week of June 2024 to get it, and I found it on June 22nd, 2024. And I caught it somehow, first try. I got really lucky, basically. And it was the day before my birthday, so I was very happy to get Nidorino then. But I'm banking on getting this type of luck again early on. Or at least like the first day of Safari Week. That could be very magical too. They found Execute Safari Zone once. Aw, that sucks, Gerb. I really hope you're able to get Execute back. Not during Safari Week or hunting. You just like regularly, casually run into an Execute. Because that's what happened to Nidorino too. I was looking for a Scyther many years ago. And I just wanted to give myself a Wolperson Scyther with a Repel in it, but unfortunately I ran into a shiny Nidorino before I even caught a Scyther. So yeah, that happened unfortunately. Yeah, same thing. I was looking for a Scyther, but then I ran into a Nidorino shiny before I caught a Scyther. In retrospect, I should have just used the casino. I don't know why I didn't do that years ago, but I went through the same thing. And it sucks, so that was my first ever full shiny, but thankfully last year I caught it, and that arc of Nidorino hunting it is closed. I have the highlight if you guys want to see it on my highlights channel. I think it's really good. Even Johnstone loved the highlight I had, and that makes me happy to see that people did like my results. Like, it's as small as a Nidorino, but you guys gotta realize that was full odds. And really, any shiny you should be happy to have, no matter the odds or no matter the Pokemon. And it was a personal one for me because it was the first ever full shiny I ever found. So, you know, gotta take it. Yeah, I hope you're able to reclaim at some point, Jerb. You could always partake in a Safari Zone 1v2, but I understand if you don't wanna. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well this wonderful Friday. I did all my errand stuff yesterday night before I went to bed, so I took out all the trashes I needed to do. I took out the bins as well, so the trash compactor will take the stuff away later. Is that unfair? I just hope you guys are having a good Friday, and I hope you guys, for those who partake in Safari Week or any shiny hunts in general, hope you guys are ready for the usual shiny hunting. Also, we beat Super Paper Mario last stream, so that playthrough will come back for the post game once we're done Safari Week. Just a little heads up for you guys who missed my Paper Mario streams. I will come back to it once we are done with Safari Week. So around the early July, probably, if I had to guess. Usually quad hunt? That's good. I thought about doing a multiple hunt thing, but I don't know if my laptop can handle multiple windows. Is that weird? Because I would love to try it out, but I just rather do one at a time. Plus, it's hard for me to concentrate. I don't know. It's like I don't feel like I'm full experienced enough to do that. You know, Super Paper Mario, but I would love to see it. Love to, if I get a chance. Definitely give it a try, Hex. So replay Super Paper Mario. I know I love replaying games, so I feel like you'd like to replay Super Paper Mario at some point. So I did not mean to throw mud. Honestly, good. Time save. It wasn't a time save, but it was a little bit of a time save. But what I'm trying to say is that Super Paper Mario will be back once I'm done with Safari Week. I just needed to beat the main story before this, before Safari Week, because I want to make sure I can partake in it. So a couple things to know, as you can see my layout, I actually don't have the bottom screen up. I do have it on my layout, but I don't have it visible to you guys. Because I don't really feel like I need the bottom screen for this type of hunt. For the fossil hunt with Aerodactyl, I did because I need to check the top screen and the bottom screen for like checking the fossil info and having the top screen available for the scene and all. But this game I don't need to, thankfully. As always, if something is up, let me know. But I think we'll be good for stream today. We're just getting up encounters. Gotta make sure my auto counter's good. I think we are good currently. We got 25 already. We're not even 20 minutes in. That's pretty good. Gonna try to reclaim Eggy. Ooh, let's go, Jerb. Good luck. Welcome to the club. Yeah, what do you guys got up to for today? It is 10:23 a.m. I woke up as usual, did my morning routine, had 2 granola bars, took my sertraline, and now I am ready to go. But yeah, a little note, I do have my bingo card still for my Safari, for my Shrine Hunts this year. Oddish and Surskit are both in it, and I chose Surskit because I think it's a cool shiny to get. Plus, who doesn't like the shiny? Look at it. It's so... yeah, it looks really good. Like, the black looks really good on Surskit, in my opinion. Masquerade, I don't know as much, but as long as I get Surskit is what matters to me. And now you guys are also probably wondering, why didn't you go for a Lotad too? Well, I love Lotad, but I already got my shiny Lotad from last year, so I don't really feel like I need shiny Lotad yet. That doesn't mean I won't shiny hunt Lotad ever again. I can definitely shiny hunt Lotad again at some point. In fact, next year, maybe I'll add it to my Safari Week catalog, if you guys are down. Brother and his girlfriend are coming over for the weekend. We are playing Mario Kart Worlding all weekend. Ooh, nice. I hope the people who've had a Switch 2 are enjoying Mario Kart World. I have seen a couple gameplay of it from Darth Whooper mainly, actually, because they sometimes go live with me and Steph VC as well. But I've also seen early play. I've seen other people play as well. It looks really fun. I just haven't got a chance to see as much. It is fun. It does look fun. So a couple things to note once again. Well, we're doing this first off, but a little reminder for you guys. A little very important reminder that I need to state for you guys. So I will be doing today and probably Sunday. I think I'm going to take tomorrow off, believe it or not. I will be doing Safari Week stuff for you guys. But I want you guys to know that on the 23rd, aka Monday, is my birthday. Don't forget about that, chat. And I'm saying this because I will be taking that day off as well to celebrate IRL with my girlfriend and my family. Got a long day ahead of us, and we'll see what we plan out, but yeah, we have a long day to look forward to for that day. But on the 24th, though, the day after my birthday, will be the belated birthday stream that I always do every year. Over the years, every birthday stream, I usually play something long or just do something fun for once. For example, 2022, when I did my belated birthday stream, I just mainly did, I think I played Super Mario Bros. 3, and I was gonna call someone for the whole stream, so only like 4 hours. The year after that, I did, once again, Super Mario Bros. 3, but this time it was for the e-reader levels, and that stream was a disaster because that same day I was playing all the way up and then my laptop crashed on me twice. Talon remembers probably, if you're still here. You remember that stream, Talon? The one where I was playing the e-reader levels? You were on a call with me, and then my laptop crashed a lot. But the problem that happened that stream was I had to finish as quick as possible because later on that day I went live again for a Mario Party tournament with Dre715 that day, yeah. Thankfully, I won the Mario Party match and the tournament as a whole, but those streams are long gone. But just know that I did them one time. And yeah, that's what happened. And last year I did Safari Week for 4 hours, and then I played some. What did I play? It was Gartic Foe and his Showdown with you guys. So that's what I did mainly on my birthday stream last year. But this year, I don't know what I want to do. I honestly don't know. Like, do I just do more safari hunting or what? Doesn't think his normal streams are fun. Confirmed. Hexa, come on. I do have one idea though, and it's gonna sound really crazy if I do go for it. So, I thought about what I want to do for our birthday stream. I could do Safari Week content. I could do more community games if you guys are down. The problem is, I don't feel like I'm that good at building like a community for online, for community gaming stuff. I'm more of a Let's Play type of guy, while also willing to branch out occasionally here and there. But I shouldn't be discouraged of trying out occasionally. It's just hard for me to find the right time to do it, and I gotta find the right people as well. But I do have something else in mind, if you guys are interested. Alright, you guys listening? Okay, so what if, for my birthday, belated birthday stream on Tuesday, what if I streamed, I'm probably gonna regret this, but what if I played through all of Undertale? What do you guys think? I've said it many times before that I'm nervous about playing Undertale at some point because I've never played it before. I've only seen tons of my friends play it. I've seen my younger sister play a lot of Undertale and Deltarune because we have it on my Switch and they play on it a lot. But what if I streamed it at one point? Because I have it on my Switch. I could play it there pretty easily. What do you guys think? Undertale birthday stream? Just to celebrate. And it would be a long one too until I finish Undertale as well. That would be the plan. Finish up Undertale. I think it'd be really cool, but at the same time, I'm nervous because I've never played Undertale, so I don't know like what exactly I'm in for. A more just Safari Week. That's fair, yeah. Like I could do that. I could do Safari Week. I just don't know what I want to do. I want to make a special thing. I just don't know what it is I could do. Because last year I did Safari Week and then other stuff like community games and Showdown. But I just don't know what else I could do. I'm not that great at planning stuff out anymore for big events like that. Because usually I don't realize until the last minute. But playing Undertale could be just as fun as well. To take a small break from Safari Week and also have something big to do. I know a lot of people have been wanting to play see me play Undertale for quite a while too. I just don't know if I'm committed to it. But either way, I just want to do something really special for you guys. That's all I want to do. Just something for my belated birthday stream. That's within me to do as well. Like, I'm not going to play through... I'm not going to learn to play Minecraft, for example. I could do that, but I'm not going to. Either way, yeah, good to know. I'm sure none of you guys would mind. It's just, I'm not sure about myself. That's what I usually think about more. Because I gotta think about myself when streaming, because I'm the one in charge. I just don't know what I want to do sometimes. I'll probably bring it up again later today, because I do want to make it clear that my birthday's coming up soon, but I don't know what I want to stream yet for my birthday. That's just a struggle I'm having currently. I wonder, maybe I should like tab out of Chrome. I kind of wonder if I should do that. Just so I don't have to like, I can reduce some lag. Or at least close out Discord and then reopen it by the time I finish up. Hopefully that will reduce some lag. You know what would be really awesome, chat? I don't know if it's early to say it, but what if I found my shiny but on the day before my birthday again? Because last year, my first day of Safari Week was not on the first day of Safari Week. It was the day after. That's when I started Safari hunting. But that day, I got my shiny Nidorino right as it was about to end as well. And that was the day before my birthday as well. So that was like the most miracle of a shiny I could have ever gotten in my life. But what if I did it again this year? Could you imagine if I did it again this year? Like, I found shiny right before my birthday. So, on Sunday, basically. It would be so epic and funny to happen twice in a row. Yeah, cinema too. It would be. But if not, it's fine. I'm willing to do this as long as possible. Now, as for, because of the fact that I mentioned I have two shinies in mind, I'll probably rotate between these two shinies, and if I'm comfortable, I might hunt them both at once. At some point. I don't know if I will, but at some point I would like to, if given the chance. Maybe I should talk to someone like Coley about it. I feel like she would know how to set up multi-hunts like this. Yeah, I might ask her actually, just because I know she's done it before. But either way, I want to shiny hunt more often, do different ways if possible. I would just want to learn more. The only thing I got to be careful about is my lone laptop. Came with SPs, yeah, good to know. But I want to learn to do multiple hunts is the thing. I want. It would be a huge time save if we could finally be a bit more productive. One at a time feels a little slow, but it's what I gotta do for now. Which is why today I'm gonna do Surskit and then Oddish on the next stream. So I'll bring back the Oddish counter and then we hunt Oddish again in Sapphire. We can do that. I think that's a good idea. You know we can manifest, how we can manifest a shiny Surskit, chat? If we type A in chat, capital A. What if we did that? That'll manifest a Surskit, right? Yeah, A. 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 Ah, Zoro's Domain. When I played the Ocarina of Time for the first time, I immediately fell in love with this song. Even when I played it the first time, I knew this song felt very special. I don't know why. Why it's always the water songs, like the songs relate to water in some way. It sounds so relaxing. At least the 64 ones. Dar Dar Docks, This one. Well, the water songs sound really relaxing. Even like the older games, like SNES, Super Mario World, the water levels in Super Mario World. The songs sound so relaxing, despite being another edition of the overworld music. Just an example of what I mean by. You know what I should do after the stream, by the way? Just a thought. I might update my playlist again and add more songs. A couple for Super Paper Mario. I might add some older songs that I kind of feel like I should add on my playlist that I should have done sooner. Maybe. I don't know. Super Paper Mario had a couple bangers I feel like I should add. I'll probably add the Over There theme. I'll definitely add Count Bleck. Maybe Pit-A-Fun Trials and Woe Zone. I don't know how great those songs are, but I kind of forgot about them, but I could add them. Like, I'm down to add Super Paper Mario music after playing it now, is all I'm saying. And I'm also gonna add some other older songs that I kind of feel like I kind of forgot to add. Like, I didn't add the Space Junk Galaxy from Galaxy 1, and I want to add that now, all of a sudden. But as always, if you guys ever find any like game songs to I should add to my playlist, always let me know. As long as they are copyright free, I'll try to add them. Like, I'm not gonna add Drivel City because I think that's copyright, actually, because it got so popular. I'm not sure. And then like Drivel City is another song that like I love, but also everybody plays it and it's good and all, but there's a point where I just don't feel like adding it to my playlist anymore because it's just like, it's too much for me. Like Drivel City and Coconut Mall are the two biggest ones that will not add to my playlist because they're just too much for me. Hope you guys understand why I'm not adding those songs to my playlist. But most songs I'm cool with. Mario Kart World is a little too new for me to add anything, so I won't be adding anything there yet. Maybe at some point I will, but not anytime soon. We're already approaching 69, which is pretty nice, but we need more encounters. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a couple hours, so let's get ready to yap about stuff. I really don't know what else I can yap about. All I did yesterday was make a sandwich and play some more BDSP as usual. I am getting to the end of the practice run, thankfully. I'm actually almost about to go to the Ace gym, so I'm pretty close to getting to the end of the game, thankfully. Unless I can finally put the practice runs to stop finally, because I'm getting tired of them. But at least with the practice runs being almost done, I'm gonna feel more ready to get to both Sword and Shield and BDSP when I come back to full series, when I finish up post-game Super Paper Mario. But yeah, I posted on my Discord yesterday that what's gonna happen this next few days is Safari Week stuff, birthday stream on the 24th, a belated birthday stream, and, nice by the way, 69, and post-game of Super Paper Mario. We're gonna be doing cooking, the Pit-A-Fun Trials flop side, whatever we also feel comfortable doing for post-game in Super Paper Mario. And then, after that, we're gonna come back to full series with Sword and Shield. So hope you guys are excited for that this July. And I haven't mentioned it yet on Discord, but I did mention it a couple times before, that after I finish up full series for Sword and Shield, back to back, I will be playing, I think, Twilight Princess, right? I think that's a good game to play next, right? It's been a while since I've done Zelda, so I think we play Twilight Princess next. Which I've never played before, so I don't know what I'm in for, but a lot of people have, and I heard people love that game, so I'm excited to give Twilight Princess a try when the time comes. But for now, we're going to be stuck in the Safari Zone. Despite this area being super complex for encounters, Surskit is thankfully one of the easier ones to get. This will take 0 days to show up. Same with Lotad. All you need are the blocks, water blocks, which that can take some time depending on RNG. That one could take some time depending on some RNG. Because you can get different blocks every 3 hours. Bobo tries to call you. And if you don't get your water block sooner, then it'll take longer to get Surskit. But other hunts in this area could take longer for them to even show up. Like, I know Steph started early to get herself Riolu, but everybody knows the infamous Gibble as well. Gibble takes 100 days. Shogun could take 70 days, thankfully, so Bagon isn't much of a concern. But if you want Bagon specifically, 110 days. And in the most random one I could think of that I still know to this day is, you could spend 110 days waiting for a freaking Bronzong. Like, what? Who wants to wait 110 days for a Bronzong? We can get a Bronzor from the Sinnoh sound so easily. You? You will? You know what? Props, sure. I respect that. I guess, like, looking at it from there, it's annoying to think about how it could take that long to get a Bronzong. But it would be funny to still hunt it anyway, because, you know, it's one of the longest ones. They're forcing on. Really? Wow, you really love psychic types, huh? First Ridiculous and now Bronzong. Any more psychic types you love, Gerb? No, nothing wrong with that, obviously. I just think it's funny. Because I'm in the same boat with electro types. I love me some electro types. Electivire, Electros, Magnezone, Metagross, and Latios. Those are good picks, though. Those are really good picks, though. I can't argue with that. Hopefully my game will be too laggy. This movie is just very laggy in general. I probably should have played with Melon DS, but I just did not want to play through Soul Silver again just to get all the way over here. That's why I'm playing on this movie. And there's nothing wrong with that. As long as I'm not speeding up, I'm good, which I'm not speeding up at all. I don't have anything on right now. So, it's a legit hunt. I don't want to hear it. And plus, I just want to have fun. That's all I want to do. And there's nothing wrong with having fun. Every day, more and more, as time passes, the having fun meme that you don't really see a whole lot, but it's like one of those regular, basic quit having fun memes. It just gets more accurate, because that's just what the internet has become. And it kind of just stings when people get too gatekeepy. But just don't gatekeep in general, chat. Don't gatekeep. That's all I ask of you guys. Never gatekeep unless it's actually like, it's all weird. Also, let me BRB. Okay, back. I had to mute for a bit. I want to hunt for a bit as I was muted because my sister came in to get the Switch and charge her phone as usual. But I'm back. No fun allowed. But I was trying to say, don't gatekeep. The only thing that Shiny Hunters do gatekeep, but at the same time, it's like, typically it is frowned upon, is like, oh, is it cheat codes? Because that defeats the purpose and speeding up. That one I can also see why, because like it doesn't feel as authentic. But as long as you keep it authentic, and the hunt is legit, that's what matters to most people. And that's understandable. But other than that, just don't gatekeep. Ball matching, that too. Ball matching too, like that one is up to the hunter. Like, I can't ball match this, come on. I can only get safari balls. That one I can see though, like I understand people want to do it, but so other times, like when I see a really cool shiny and then I say, oh, what ball fits perfectly, but then I struggle figure out what's a good looking ball for it because some shinies just don't have a concrete answer. You just have to kind of like mix and match. Ball match. I know, like that's gatekeepy. That's absolutely not cool. Just let people hunt they want. If they want to choose a ball they like, go for it. If you want a Master Ball Magikarp, more power to you. If you want a Master Ball Drapion, which I think looks really good in Master Ball, by the way. Wait, no. That's regular Drapion. Shiny Drapion. I feel like he wanted just a... Actually, I don't even know. But either way, whatever you want to use, you're more than welcome to. I use Quick Balls because it's the easiest way to shiny hunt to catch a Pokemon. And plus, I tend to struggle catching Pokemon anyway. Especially a Pokemon that can kill themselves. So, yeah. No, there's no time. Yeah, as long as like you're not gatekeeping is what matters. I'm gonna sign up, by the way, about Pokemon killing themselves. Fun fact, I learned this yesterday while practicing BDSP, but if a Pokemon uses Memento and they miss, they actually don't kill themselves. So pretty important to know if you're like relying on a Pokemon to not kill themselves and you lower their accuracy, they miss Memento, and you get lucky that they don't kill themselves. Does that make sense? But just a little fun fact I learned. If a Pokemon uses Memento but it misses, it will not work. Or you can still attack it, or yeah, the battle doesn't end. And you know what I mean by the end of the day. I'm saying this because some moves, you know, still kill you if you miss. For example, Explosion, obviously. You explode. Damp prevents it entirely, but if you miss Explosion, for example, you will automatically still be KO. But Memento, not really. Because the self-kill only happens once you lower the stats. Explosion happens the moment you use it, even if you miss. One of the moves are like that, or if you miss, or that you kill yourself. One of the moves are like that, yeah. So destruct, well, yeah, but like other moves that kill yourself. Because there's Memento, Perish Song. You can only block. Oh, Mist Explosion. There we go. Thank you, Gerb. I was forgetting about that. I assume that one only works. We'll do it instantly. Yeah, what other moves kill yourself, basically? That's important to know. Hold on, let me look this up. Pokemon self-KO moves. There you go. Healing Wish. That doesn't work in a wild battle, though, right? Same with Lunar Dance. Those never work in a wild battle. Yeah, that's why I don't count those. But Memento does work. Maybe that does suck when you feel shiny because of that, though. Because you forget about that. But that's why I always prepare if that happens. If I'm running into Mux, I am going to taunt immediately to prevent Memento. Or a much bigger brain strat. Here's a fun little tech idea if you guys ever struggle about catching these type of Pokemon. Run a Smeargle with Imprison. That's what I would do. Run a Smeargle with Imprison. And then to have like moves that prevent recoil or that are recoil. Like one time I was trying to catch an Entei, but it had Flare Blitz, I think. So I had to find a way to prevent that from being an issue. So to do that, I ran a Smeargle with Imprison and Flare Blitz so it doesn't kill itself. Boom. What do you guys think? Or a healing move to prevent like the Lotties using Recover. Or Roar. Or you could just taunt as well. But for moves that, you know, you can't really taunt, you could run Imprison. You could also just taunt to prevent Recover, of course, or Roar. But for recoil moves like that, takedown, double edge, whatever, Imprison. And it's swapped to the right situation, because you can relearn Sketch whenever you want. But yeah, that's just my idea if you were to like tell me how I would go about it. Also 100, let's go. We have reached 100 already. And no shiny, which is expected. Like, come on, we are only not even an hour in, we're already at 101. I really don't know what to expect, and would it be wrong if I hunted this off-screen, chat, or no? Just in case, because I want to do more off-screen hunting on my own, in case I really want to commit to filling the bingo out. But other times it's like I want to hunt these on stream for a reaction. You gotta think about content, or I myself gotta think about it. I guess I could just like stream VCS somewhere else maybe if it ever comes to mind. Cause I've done it before. Local record, that too. Whatever it takes to make it entertaining. So Jerb, any eggs lately? Any golden eggs lately? Nope, no eggs. Oh man. What about you guys? Any only pink ones? Oh man, pink. Plink without the L. Plink. Oh yeah, did I ever mention that? I don't think I did, but I added a couple other gay emotes for this month, and I forgot to tell you guys about it. I think I added gay, so it's like slay but gay. I also think I added Plink Pride. Hopefully I did. It's 3Ys. I think I added it. If I didn't, then rip. I guess I could check quickly. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Jerm. I did add it. Cool. It's slay but gay. I also added Plink Pride, I think. Hopefully I did. Did I add any other gay emotes like that? Or at least I added like Plink Pride and I think Transplink too. Hopefully I did. But either way, I added a couple of those emotes. And what the hey, I'll keep them. I mean, nothing wrong with keeping them at all. Sure you want to send this? Twitch! Come on, Twitch! I get it, I get that gay can be used as like a derogatory term and that's like not cool and all, but we're just having fun out here. What happened to fun, Twitch? We're just celebrating Pride Month. You know, chat, this makes me miss my Luigi and Dimencio Yaoi. I kind of missed that already. For those who have not seen my Paper Bar streams, you guys definitely are all missing out. There was some toxic yaoi between Luigi and Mr. L last stream, and then there was also more toxicity going on between Dimencio and Mr. L. Which people, for some reason, associate with Luigi. I'm like, I don't get it. That's not Luigi, it's Mr. L. Different characters. Yeah, we're all allies here. We support gay rights, human rights. And if you disagree, get out. Just a reminder, we support gay rights. And especially this time where I don't want to get too political, but unfortunately things are not looking good here in America, you know, because this country sucks, and just how to describe it. Hopefully to all the gays out there, hope you guys are able to find comfort wherever you're able to. Reach out to people you love, always. Yeah, just be nice. Literally, be good people. It's not hard. It is hard for our entire country to be like this. But we, all of us here in chat and everyone who is civilized here, we know how to be good people, hopefully. It's not hard to be respectful of our human rights. And as a reminder, you guys are always welcome here. This is a safe space. I'll have to keep it a safe space if possible for anybody, no matter your identity. I'm just trying to look out for everybody who's currently struggling from, you know, the cutoff of a certain service, and hopefully to people who need help to get it. Well, I'm saying, I want to make it clear, I'm saying it in a way that, like, some people are actually suffering from what happened recently. I just don't want to say it because I don't get too political, but just, once again, reminder, you're all welcome here, no matter your identity. Except for bigots. Bigots are not allowed in my chat. Because we do not tolerate people who disrespect our human rights like that. Anyways, happy Pride Month, everybody. Smollett. I was about to say small lives. Only small lives in chat. Yeah, thank you, Jerm. You get it. I'm glad we're all on the same page. Only small lives in chat. I want everybody to be a small live right now. I will be a small live too. Thank you, John. You know what I'm talking about. Welcome in, Oprah Well. John, I was talking about you earlier about Mark Our World. Hope you're enjoying it as well lately. All rights matter. Absolutely. Look at that small live. That small live is in pain for what's going on in our current event. And we need to support our little small live friend at all costs. I haven't played in a few days, fair. But still, I know you were playing it, and that's why I thought, like, hope you've been enjoying it at least, despite you not playing it, but still. I'm out of stuff to say right now already. We're not even an hour in. Because, like, I'm making it clear. All I need to do is just plan out my birthday stream, do more safari hunting the next few days for this week, come back to Super Paper Mario once Safari Week is done, finish up the post game, however long it's going to take to do Pit of Our Trials Flopside and cooking. And then we'll do full series Sword and Shield. So if you guys love Gen 8, Sword and Shield specifically, you guys are in luck. I will be doing that next month. Yeah, Summer Kingdom 2, forgot about that. Yeah, I have to do that. I gotta say, it's a little weird how they're gonna add like 3 different 100 trial gauntlets. I really don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, also get your checks in if you want to. Always. Shiny hunting. Yeah, John. I forgot to make it clear that I'm doing Safari Week as well. It wasn't a last minute thing. I thought about it immediately, but I did plan last minute because I was playing Super Paper Mario. So I said, I gotta make it quick. But it's cool. Santa Kingdom reward. Okay, we'll try to keep that in mind. Hopefully it's really good. What does Ludo want for lunch? We can say it for later, Hexa. I just say that about 2 hours in. Because that will give you guys time to think about your own lunches too. Because it's not just my lunch, it's all you guys too. Such a shame, Jerb. Man. One of my favorite jokes me and Steph do usually when I say man. We say man, and then we say a fee, like the word, like the Pokemon Manaphy. And then we say man, a fee. It's like, man, I just ran into a fee and I hate fees. John, you gotta get more Whoopers. 26 is good. It's more than enough of a team, but you gotta get more. Oh man, I just thought about it. I should have learned to add a shiny hunting role. Because I did it years ago. But the problem, oh my goodness, 99, that's huge, Hexa. That is amazing. But one of the things I want to do is add a shiny roll command again. The thing is, I used stream elements last time, but then stream elements became a little problematic, so I got rid of it. Alas, And the reason why I would want to do a shiny roll command is because I want to just make one for you guys to shiny roll, whatever you want. But more importantly, I want to do it with a custom cooldown for every individual, like Stream Elements had. The problem is, Stream Element was the only one I knew that did that. I just need another bot to help me out with that can like do custom or commands for or cooldowns for every chatter I have. That way, you guys don't spam my shiny roll command. That makes sense? A mom benefit whenever she's around. That's sweet. That's sweet. I always never really asked my mother what her favorite Pokemon was. She just never cared, which is understandable because she doesn't really like Pokemon that much, but she knows I did enough to get me Pokemon Stadium as a kid. Or at least my uncle did, but she knew I loved playing it a lot as a kid. Knew about labs. Oh, actually, I don't know much about Streamlabs. I just use it because of what I've had since day one. But Stream Elements, I actually forgot. I think it was something about... I actually don't remember. Mix It Up. That's the thing, yeah. I guess Mix It Up was the one that I kind of should look more into, John. Because Mix It Up, I know some friends of mine use. I know Steph has like her own bot. I know other people have their own bots. But I've never done it before. And I guess I should look into it because I've done stream for like almost 4 years now. Yeah, I kind of forgot though, but I know Stream Elements isn't problematic. Granted, I'm cool with you guys using Stream Elements or whatever if you guys like need it for certain things, but I don't want to use Stream Elements anymore considering, you know, I just don't feel comfortable anymore. That's all. I think Holy Fire also has a bot like that. I should ask somebody about that. Just anybody who has their own bot. That might honestly be better. And if I made my own bot, what would I call it? Ludubot? Is that too basic? I feel like Ludubot literally is the only thing that makes sense. What? Bot-Colo is just, no. That does not roll off the tongue well. Ludubot does. But it's also just a bot name, like, it's not that big of a deal. Shiftry bot? I was about to say Shiftry too, but, no. I don't want to see Shiftry anywhere in my chat. But it would be funny. Man, you both really thought the same thing, huh? It might be Ludubot, honestly. Or not, Shiftry bot would be Nuzzleaf bot. Wait, C-Dot? But C-Bot. No, that's a little too weird, but you guys kind of get the vision. But C-Dot, but just flip the D to a B. And that's fitting for my channel brand, considering my username is just Ludicolo, but the I is changed to a U. I'll count this. I have to count this as a counter. I hate this. I just want to turn my repel, but then I press a different direction, and the game says, "All right, let's get rid of the text and make you run into something immediately." Awesome. I thought we moved past that, but clearly not. Bot. Yeah, it could be a Shiftry bot for all we know. I just like Ludubot a bit more, even though it sounds a little too basic, but Shiftry bot does sound more of like withstand me to do so. What else can we talk about, chat? I'm already an hour in and I don't even know what else I want to talk about. Ludu MK2. You guys an alt. Yeah. Because like I already have my own alt account. I could make it a bot maybe, but I don't know if I actually want to. Yeah, I actually have a bot. I already have my alt account. I could just make it like my simple bot right there. I could make sure to try my bot maybe. Gerb Snowboard. That sounds like a cool username, actually. I'm curious about the snowboard lore, though. But yeah. Mixing up all sounds like a good idea, though, John. Oh! Ski! That's smart! Wow! Gerb ski. I get it. Yeah. That's smart. Because ski versus snowboarding, which I've never done either, but still. I've only gone tube sliding on the snow mountains in Cali. That's literally it. We're about to approach 151, chat, the big Kanto number. We're about to complete the Pokédex of Kanto again. I guess I'll talk about other playthroughs I really have in mind. Just not sure how I'm going to approach them, but I want to say this. Did you guys like my Crystal Clear challenge I did? Genuinely? Because if so, I kind of want to do more of the Dex completing challenges if possible for future games. We'll see. 10 years ago, I thought I was locked out, made a new account, which was the same password somehow as my normal account. Now I authentication has stuff, so I can't forget. Gotcha, Phillips. And welcome in, Well. Good to see ya. But yeah, should I do more Dex completing challenges like that? I feel like it'd be more fun if I did it for a ROM hack, ideally. Phil to teach me skis on and snowboarding. That's fair. It sounds really fun. I just don't know if I can do it myself. But like I'm trying to say. Though. I don't know if I want to do more Dex completing challenges to make it. Like, I would like to do more, but I don't know what other game I could choose is the problem. Crystal Clear was perfect because it was the first ever ROM hack I ever played back in 2018. And it's like, yeah, I could absolutely do this on stream, make it content worthy. Like, I knew immediately that it was be the best idea I could do for 1,000 followers. But if I want to do another Dex challenge again, I want it to be something really more fun. Right? But you can't even get every Pokemon in the game, funnily enough. Most of them you can't even get. For the sport. And then like Jerpski and like just Ski, like a name you could use for like a nickname, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Like you can just use it regular like that. Then Emerald Kaizo. Emerald Kaizo you can do. Yeah, broski. Something like that. I was thinking that, but that was not the word I was exactly thinking of. But good name either way, Gerb. I just like the idea that you chose snowboarding because it's the opposite of skiing. But of all the snowing stuff I've done, only tube sliding is all I've done. The only no luck is against scratches here and there, but alas, I don't really worry about it too much because I'm usually fine. Canadian, yeah, you did say you were Canadian. You were Canadian. So, that checks out. Let me get some water, man. That was already stuffy. Okay. I guess I could tell you guys like when my whole Shiftry hating thing started. I honestly don't know why or how. Like, as a kid, I did love Ludicolo at one point once I watched Connor play Emerald. But I always thought like, hey, I don't have a Pokemon I hate yet, so how about I just pick a Pokemon and just hate on it for the rest of my life? So around 2020 when COVID happened, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna play through, finish up Heart Gold Silver, but I'm gonna start watching other people play the games. And I thought, okay, I need a Pokemon to hate on, so I decided to pick Seedot because it's the opposite of Lotad. And as more people start playing casually, I watch more people play Ruby Sapphire specifically for some reason, and then I kept saying, hey, what if I just dunked on Lotad because this guy's playing Ruby? I'm like, Sapphire better because Lotad is there. Maybe that's like where all the hate started coming from. Yeah, that's mainly why. Because I didn't hate Shiftry as a kid, but now I just love hating on it because it's not Lotad. or, you know, in the gods of tell. That's fair, though. Like, for me, it's funny, though, because for me, it's just, I thought it'd be funny, you know? It doesn't apply to most of my Pokemon, though. Like, I'm cool with the other versions, but Shiftry, I want to hate on because Ludicolo is my favorite Pokemon. Thus, I gotta find something to hate. And Shiftry is not even my least favorite Pokemon. Surprisingly, it's not even my least favorite. My least favorite Pokemon, I will never stop saying this, is Delcatty. That's my preference. Both are cool in their own ways. Sableye does disappoint me sometimes, but Mowile can be a little broken too, to be fair. You know, that's all I Delcatty. I just don't like it at all. Not one bit at all. Hi Trey, welcome in. Good to see you, Upper Well. Hope your Redux run was good today. I saw you were fighting Charles. How far did you get today? Let me ask. I don't energy pick favorites anymore. That's fair. But what about Wooper? What about Wooper, John? Come on. Whoopa! We just punt Sunkers for fun. Hey, I'll punt C-Dots with you guys. Don't worry. I will punt C-Dots for days. How far do you guys think I could punt a C-Dot? It's an acorn. I feel like I could punt it pretty easily. Denju came out. Really? But look at it now. Being so popular among the fan base. Something developed are getting the surrounding encounters. It's going fine, I think. Good to hear. Hopefully we'll get through more of the game because I don't know. I haven't seen much Redux since Gongi played it and Kai as well, but I really do hope we're able to get through. That game looks brutal by the end game especially. Making a star Pokeathlon. I know about that one though. I learned that since a kid when I watched Jay Woods say that. Sunkern is a beast in the Pokeathlon. I was shocked to find out about it. What, Pokemon in general? Yeah, it's a little weird, but I'm just glad Wooper is now very popular to a point where I got a new form as well. And Clothar seems pretty cool. About myself, I was surprised I haven't wiped already. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy, Dre. But I hope we're able to win. Yeah, we have 28 fountains because 28 fountains gives us Surskit guaranteed. And with a repellent below 43, we are guaranteed Surskit. And we have a Starry to help us get more encounters to Illuminate. And I think I'm holding a Smoke Ball too to Runaways guaranteed. Yeah. I picked this up from the area you find it in this run. This is my Soul Silver full series run, if you guys are curious to know. This is my save file for full series Soul Silver. Sorry, my nose is a little messed up right now. I think I'm yapping too fast. I really can't wait for my appointment soon for my nose. I have my ENT appointment on the 30th, so in 10 days, I'll be going out of town to do my appointment. So hopefully it'll go well. I hope you guys are liking the vibes. I like to keep it a little cozy and comfortable whenever I do shiny things specifically. Until I get a shiny. That's where I go full on insane, loud, hype mode. Because when I find a shiny on stream, especially full odds, if you saw my Nidorino clip, I expect all my shinies reactions to be like that, basically. I think the funniest one I can still think of actually is not the Nidorino one. It's still a chunk I found 2 years ago. I hunted a trunk because I was done playing Gates of Infinity, and I said, hey, let's hunt the trunk for fun. And then I just like was catching a shiny fletchling that I just happened to find, and in the background was a Lechonk, and I kept saying, oh, there it is, give me the shinies, go. And then I said, let's go. 2 in 1 minute. I was terrified because like I didn't want it to despawn because I know SV tends to despawn certain Pokemon. So I said, run, 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 and I got it. That was pretty funny. I've had 2 left for our unlockable characters in the world. Oh, really? Let's go, Gerb. What do you got missing left? I'm like, oh, shiny. Respectable, John. Yo, shiny and a bodily hype, boys. I respect that. For me, though, like, I'm a very emotional guy. You guys can probably tell, right? I'm pretty emotional. I'm pretty loud, and I react a lot. Even for, like, the smallest of things. It's just in me to do it. I want to say it's because, like, is it wrong for me to say that? Because, like, I'm Mexican, so I'm used to being pretty loud, but, like, is it pretty normal? I'm extremely happy. That's good. Yeah, I understand why. Because full odds. Holy canvas! Oh, really? Oh, Rocky Ridge and Swoop left. All right, I forgot they added those characters in, but they won't add Funky Kong again. Which, fine. I'm not gonna argue with that one. If I get World at some point, I will absolutely play as Cataquack and probably Charger Chuck or King Bob-omb. Right, King Bob-omb's in the game, right? If King Bob-omb is, I will absolutely play as him. The creators. For me, it is because, like, that's just how I always react, no matter the situation. Well, typically. He's not wrong, man. Never mind. I was thinking of 4 then. That sucks. He should, though. Yeah, we have King Boo. But what about King Bob-omb? It's fine though. Charger Chuck is a good replacement. Charger Chuck is pretty underrated. The new Donkey Kong design scares me. I have no comment. I will just let it play out. If it's more expressive, I'm up for it. I like it when things are actually like expressive and has life to it. It feels odd, but with time, you'll get used to it. If I copy Professor Oak and Gaio Shiny Poochyena in the first encounter getting Pokeballs, really? Oh, after game Pokeball, that's huge. If it was before, that would have sucked. Yeah, just gotta get used to it. It's hard to get to new changes sometimes. One of the biggest things that are hard to getting used to was the new voice actor Chris McClain for Toll Drummer Reboot, which is the same voice as Dawn from The Darkest Race. I remember that. Getting a while to get used to. But I respect that though. But he's a monkey though, like yeah, that's the thing. Like he's supposed to be pretty expressive overall. And whatever it takes to make Donkey Kong look really fun is I'm all in for. That's just my take. Newbie, oh yeah, I did see that on Twitter. Odd based on 50-50, because 50-50 for me is more like a 1 in 50, and especially worse the more odds there are against me. Yeah, for me though, once again, Nidorino, it's just everything that built up to is what made me to react to that. And everybody told me that I sound like a monkey, which I didn't see it at first, right here at first, but alas, I can see where you guys are coming from when you guys say I sound like a monkey. I know for me, yeah. For me, I will though, because like, it's usually I complain more about when I'm nuzlocking, because I'm like, this is life or death, and you want to miss now. And if I miss 2 Rocktos in a row, I will complain. Because like, come on. That's a 1%. $80 or $85, yeah. Focus Blast, like I expected at this point. With full identifier accuracy checks, yeah, that's the thing. Like, at that point, I'm running wide lens so I don't miss ever at any point. Yeah, it is 70, but we all have to say it's 30 because, like, it might as well never hit. But people use it because it's the only special fighting move a lot of Pokemon learn. A little reminder, the only Pokemon that even learns Focus Blast by level up is Yveltal, who isn't even a fighting type. It just learns it because. Consistently hit that. Well, that's not a skill issue at all, Talon, so congrats on that. Holy swimming, you got Rocky Ridge, let's go! Clappy! Clappy's a gem for Gerb. He is now missing just Swoop instead of Rocky Wrench. Haven't hit Focus Blast 3 times in a row as often. Telling you're washed. Come on. Just hit every Focus Blast. Run no guard. Something. Thunder missing, not or sphere. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. It kind of makes sense too, but Focus Blast, like the word focus, requires you to hit it. Aura Sphere, though, means you got so much aura you can't miss at all. Just like RL, you can't miss if you have enough aura. Or Bright Powder, Rage Powder, or Moon Gifts. That's evil. And you know that, Phillips. I hate Bright Powder with a burning passion. You know that. Also, oinking in chat. We got Baby Park playing. We were robbed out of a 24-player Baby Park. Can we all agree? We were robbed out of that. Quick Claw. Is here as well. Oh yeah, you did do that. I remember that. A Secret Sword. It is weird, yeah. Secret Sword special. Yeah, it is weird. Only Keldeo learns it, right? Sacred Sword is a move that a couple Pokemon can learn. But Secret Sword is a move that only Keldeo gets. Miss accurate move. Oh. Like missing Flamethrower and then boom, Bright Powder. I played the Game Boy PCG on Switch and hated it because I kept losing coin flips. Oh, Game Boy Color, right. I played that game already on Switch too. Because like TCG Game Boy Color is such an easy game to replay. It's so great. But I do feel a pain though, Talon. What Pokemon did you use though for like coin flip cards? Because usually I use Electabuzz for my coin flip attacker. You hate it? Wow. That's kind of messed up to hate on Peak, Talon. Come on. That was so fun. I don't remember and I don't want to remember. Alright, fair. Not gonna argue with that one. But I can't say I think I've gone 8 tails in a row one time with 9 tails. I can't say with that. There's this card in TCG that Ninetales has. This Ninetales card that's exclusive to the Game Boy, where it attacks for 8 coin flips and it does 10 damage for each heads. And it's 3 energies too. So it can be overpowered, but if you get really lucky, you can do like no damage. I wish to, Exa. That's why I would play the fan translated one. You can find online somewhere. Wink, wink. Yeah, run Hitmonchan Scyther. It's like Hitmonchan Scyther, like the Buzz. Wigglytuff, Kangaskhan, those are like the best cards in the game by far. Or great classic gains. I don't consider luck-based or rage gains to be great. Really? Well, what are some great games you can think of, Talon? What are some great luck-based games you can think of? TCG for Game Boy Color is trash. Yeah? What else? A coin flippy. I'm listening. By accident. Oh, Lickitung. Right. Lickitung. I know what you're talking about. The stall Lickitung one. That one is evil and I hate it. Also 200, let's go! 200! Yippee! I don't know how much we'll get today. Probably 500, is that good, you guys think? I think 500 is good today. We'll see. However long I can go until I get tired. But I'm going to just keep running around and just find Pokemon. I think 500 is good. Or until like the 3-hour mark, maybe. One of the two. Anything else you guys want to talk about today? We're already like an hour and I don't even know what else to talk about. Like, I really don't know what else I want to talk about. And it's kind of sad. I wish I could talk about more, but I'm struggling to think about stuff. At the end of the day, this is a Yaponomics stream. You guys are also more than welcome to yap whatever you guys feel like we should talk about. Anything. As long as it's appropriate, of course. Whether it's other people as well, like people we've been watching lately or other stuff too. What's your favorite shiny, Ludo? That's a good question, Jerb. And I can answer that. I really do think it's Ho-Oh. Like, that's the one I always default to. Shiny Ho-Oh is really good. Really, really good. So good that I have it in my backlog as well to hunt at some point this year. For some holidays and stuff. I already talked about, like, stream stuff planned in mind, but not really for the summer. Just trying to figure out, just trying to get to, I guess I can talk about it now. So, I haven't brought this up much at all, but I do think that soon enough, I will start working with my mother soon to help me, like, start saving enough money to build up my future at some point. I don't know what I'll do, but I want to start, you know, giving back to my family and just plan out stuff with my girlfriend at some point, too. So, I am thinking about that in my mind as well, but I don't like to talk about much on stream. But yeah, there's that. We're going out to dinner tomorrow. I will say that too, so I won't be going live because of that. Or maybe I should. I don't know. I don't think I will though. I want to get some hours in, but I don't want to go full demon mode. And it makes sense. I accidentally took a non-shiny Ho from DAs and reclaimed it on a different file. Really? Oh wait, that means that you can't hunt Ho again. Karen Black? That's a good choice. I forgot what it looks like, but hey, that's a cool pick that nobody usually goes for. Ocarina of Time, RSD4, Doom, Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, Galaga, Halo, Smash Bros. Of course, Pokemon are great. I respect that talent. I'll say that. I respect your choices for that. Okay, back to this. They'll go too. I never really seen the older Zelda games, so I don't know what they're much about besides just like 2D dungeons. Because I'm used to 3D ones now with Ocarina of Majora and then soon Twilight Princess, which reminder, I will be playing that once I finish up the timeline for what's going on. Once again, we are doing Safari Week. Once we're done Safari Week, I will be doing Super Paper Mario post game, which should not take too long, hopefully. Then Sword and Shield for full series. Then Twilight Princess. There we go. Also, in between Safari Week, I will be doing a birthday stream. I don't know what I'll do, but I want to do something. Ideally, Undertale. I think it would be a cool game to play for my birthday. I'm going to Japan in about a day, so I don't know if I'll be able to watch the streams. I'll make sure to get one of the Vivillon pins for you. I appreciate it a lot, Phillips. You don't have to do any of that, but I really appreciate it a lot for that. A great 2D Zelda game. Really? Link Between Worlds. There's the Wolf City. Is that it? Or is that Link to the Past? I forget. Because, like, those two games always mix my head. The 3DS game. Oh, okay. A mixed bag for me. With the Classic Tetris World Championship, it evens the odds by having players with the same RNGC, so it's good enough IMO. That's fair. I respect your interest, Talon. I can see, like, a lot of the old games I grew up with some of them too, of course, but a lot of them were 64 random ones like Contra. Which, yeah, I do remember playing Super Contra on 1.2 and beating it a lot as a kid, apparently, but not so much nowadays. Even random stuff like Metal Slug, you guys probably don't know I played as a kid. Because as a kid, I used to go to a laundromat that we walked to like around 10 minutes or so. And every time I would want to play something on our arcade, I would go ask my father for quarters, or mother for quarters, and play Metal Slug 2. Low roll the anti-eye roll. Oh, okay. Good to know. Earthbound, I can see that as a good one. I haven't seen much Earthbound. I've only seen Arlie play it. I know Steph is big into Earthbound. That's about it. I gotta stretch a bit. Oh, my back. Franchise is awesome. I've only played 2 Kirby games, and one of them isn't even a Kirby game. It's a reskin of Puyo Puyo, which is Kirby Avalanche. That's the one I grew up with as a kid, but that's not even really a Kirby game. That's a reskin of Puyo Puyo. But I did play Squeak Squad 3 years ago. Yeah, Squeak Squad. It was a very short game, and I learned that Kirby really isn't the type of thing I can play on stream. Maybe at one point I will, but I'm not sure. Oh wait, no, I have played another Kirby game, but not on stream. I played Return to Dreamland Deluxe. That's the one I played on my own. Return to Dreamland Deluxe. I played that one. I bought it when it released digitally and said, hey, let's play, why not? Super Ultra playthrough went, maybe, if you guys want to see it. We got the Forgotten Land to get out on sale at some point. Definitely try to, Talon. I heard Forgotten Land is really good. I think Dusty bought it for their birthday recently. You could ask them how it is as well if you would like to get more intel. I know Wooful played it years ago when it released. That's my knowledge for that. Arlie played it too. It does. It really does look really good. I could always look for it at our game store if I ever want to pick it up. Reminded that I have a game store that sells Switch games as well for used ones for somewhat cheaply, so I could do that. And I'll be going there with my girlfriend soon for my birthday. Yeah, guys, I'm going to the game store on my birthday. You guys want anything? I should ask you guys that more often. Like, if you guys want anything on my birthday, I'm going to the game store. You guys want anything? The funniest response I ever got was Duncan saying the cash register. Speaking of Duncan, I haven't seen them in a long time. I just hope they're doing okay. You just played through on YT. Who was it, Talon? Who'd you watch? Who'd you watch play through it? RT Game? Ah, gotcha. I haven't seen RT Game much, but I know I watch him. I watch a couple of his videos occasionally. The one I remember the most is Rhythm Heaven because of Monkey Watch. That's the one I remember the most. 222, by the way. Oh wait, we're about to approach Surskit's Pokedex number. What was it again? Let me think. Let me count from the top of my head. 272 is Ludicolo, so 345 is Shiftry, and then 67 is Swallow, 9 is Pelipper. Is it 280? Is it 280? Or is that Vaults? 280 is Vaults, I think. 82. Oh, it's gotta be 283 then. It's gotta be 283. Also, Jasmine, welcome in. Good to see you, bro. Who's ready for the weekend, everybody? Yeah. Jasmine, welcome in. Let's go! There you go. I got it right. I'm too smart, chat. I am too smart. Granted, I got it wrong the first time, but still, I figured it out. Just in there. Yeah, Jasmine, we are Surskit hunting. That's so hashtag dope. Hashtag correct. Hashtag goated. I love Surskit. It's a great critter. That is a good choice, yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of Masquerade in general, but Surskit is just, you know, a little guy. A very little guy. I hate how rare it is, I guess, but hey, this game, it's not rare in the slightest. We can just get it very easily. And then it comes out today. Ooh, nice. You gonna watch Exa? Yeah, Tyler's asking you this question for a reason, Jasmine. Don't worry. You can respond however you want, but alas. You already did. Ooh, nice. How was it, Jer? Well, without spoilers. Game Boy Color. There's this Pokemon card game on the Game Boy Color. It's that one card game where you collect like where you defeat 8 clubs and then go to the Grandmaster Dome to become the master. I think one of the funniest things about that game is like how your rival is a champion, big spoiler of the game, and then when you beat him, the cards just say, nope, you are not the chosen one anymore. We're gonna fly out of your deck and go to the main character. I think it's funny to think of it like that. This will be just the day after, gotcha. Never played it. I don't have many old Game Boy games, TBH. That's fair. I only played, I think, Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins, which is a very underrated game. If you have not played that already, definitely recommend playing it. Oh, watch one, gotcha. Wait. This chat unreleased it before I watched it. Wait, what happened? I didn't say anything, did I? Hopefully not. Oh, no, that's okay. But don't worry, this chat, we try to keep things spoiler free if possible. Pokemon games, Pokemon Black and Blue by Black and Blue by PETA is crazy. Because that's it. The rest sucks. Oh yeah, the soundtrack's great. I will say, I love the soundtrack TCG. Like, really? I do wish, however, that game got a remaster. Like, could you imagine the soundtrack with, like, modern instruments? Could you imagine the Grandmaster theme or Ronald's theme in today's standards? It would slap so hard. Season 2 finale? Oh, Season 2 finale. Oh. Well, I'm sorry about that, no matter what I did, but so, I'm sorry to hear about the X. You're allowed to winning 50-50 at least 3 in a match. I won 1 coin flip every 15 times. Talon, at that point, just run like Scyther and Hitmonchan, easy. Drag Race for me. Don't worry, I don't think most of us here watch Drag Race, so you're fine. I mean, if you do, I respect that, obviously, but typically we don't talk about it much. I've only talked about it a bit with, I think, Llama Rizzy. Which I haven't seen in a bit, but hey, she's been gaming, I know that. Hope she's doing good. She's probably nannying, or not, just basically with, like, school stuff. But yeah, don't worry, I won't say squat. These coin tosses too. Yeah, I guess there's no combating that one, Talon. Just rematch them. You don't lose your cards if you lose. Why do they always win? Yeah, why do they always win? Just one-shot them before they coin flip. Easy. Exactly. I guess the most annoying fight of the game would be Murray, the psychic club master, aka gym leader of the game. He's got a Chansey that just uses Scrunch. And that attack basically is a coin flip. If it's heads, you're immune to every damage that turn. If it's tails, it does nothing. And it's 2 colorless energy. And it's just the most stall-heavy match of the game. Back in the day. Really? That's cool. I have seen a couple TCG speedruns before, actually. I remember the sequel speedruns mainly. I think it was like Ivysaur that was used a lot for early game, and then you use the good cards like Hitmonchan and Scyther. Because those are the fast cards you want to use to win. I won. Then I lost 2 times the next one and quit. I do wish as well, yeah. It looks really cool. And some of the new songs in that game slap too. If you have not listened to the soundtrack of the sequel as well, go listen to it. It's a banger. Like the TCG GR battle theme, like the regular Great Rocket battle theme, slaps as it is. It sounds very shady, but in a good way. Like it has the perfect tone of like shady match, but still slaps. Once again, I wish those songs had like modernized instruments instead of just being locked into 8-bit, because they sound great for 8-bit, but I feel like it's sound even better with modern instruments today, like remixes of some kind. You know, Mario Kart World remixes a lot of like the current of random Mario songs. What if Pokemon did that for a game? They remix other franchise songs. Could you imagine that, chat? If Pokemon did that. Okay, fair, yeah. Like, it's so great though, even on 8-bit. Could you imagine if it was also remix as well? And plus, I do genuinely think TCG should get like a remix of some kind, or the soundtrack should get a remix of some kind. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but 8-bit does capture it pretty well, I guess. I did not mean to throw bait. Are you gonna run away? Oh no, you're actually watching, but get out of here. You can have your food and run. Yeah, I know, that too. Ranger capture team. Granted, I haven't played Ranger at all in years, but still. Really? I do like some of it on the DS, but I do understand where you're coming from. I turned it on during my Storm Silver Nuzlocke because I don't ever get to listen to the GB sounds. So I turned it on because I thought it was the right thing to do. The eras of TCG. Like, just, oh, a TCG game, like single player game, but for other eras of the game. Yeah. It's not the actual season, the same. Oh, rip. All right, Echo. I see her coming from the hotel. Like, I get that. Okay, we're back, right? We're back now. We're good? I apologize. I knew this was gonna happen too. I don't know why I didn't do anything about it. So I think what happened was that I think as time passes, my laptop starts lagging if I keep having things open. I closed Discord earlier for this reason, but I really might think it's starting to become Chrome that's the issue, or if not, I have too many tabs up, like OBS does move the auto counter and Chrome. But if I tab out Chrome for a bit so that I can have the music playing, I might be good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close off my dashboard manager. Let me do that first. Hopefully, we'll be good for the stream if I just simply tab out of Chrome, have my chat box on OBS up, have this moving up so I can at least look at the game, and hopefully that'll reduce lag. Okay? Sorry about that, chat. I really apologize for what happened. And in fact, it took almost 2 hours as well, so it's really weird. But it's fine. Let's keep going. And Jasmine said her best. I think I need a new PC. Somebody's gotta like crowdfund me a PC at this point. Or better yet, for a birthday, I just get a PC. But even then, I don't think it's a good idea because of how little space I have left and how much it costs. So yeah. Sorry about that, chat. Let's continue on, shall we? Hopefully we'll be good for the stream, if possible. What's crazy is this happens as well whenever I use MGB as well, so I'm starting to think it's probably a Chrome issue. Because it's definitely not just this movement, it's gotta be Chrome as well. It's gotta be, it happens to MGB as well. But we're good, right? We're good? You guys can still chat and all that? Imagine that happened on my shiny. That would have been the worst shiny reaction of all time. Okay, good. Thank you, guys. I might keep this in the VOD, honestly, just because I don't want to edit my VOD tonight. As long as it happened multiple times, I think we're good. That's my new backup plan. I'm just going to tab out Chrome. I'm going to have it up, but I'm not going to tab into it at any point until I end stream. So I can chat and get you guys to raid to somebody. They be patient with me, chat. So we'll see again? What was I talking about before all this? I think it was to Talon, right? About like games and all that. TCG. It's a fun game regardless. I really don't agree with your opinion, Talon. Like, I respect it, but I don't agree. And it sounds like a complete skill issue for you, if anything. Raid me, I don't stream. It would be funny to do an offline Jasmine CRT raid, though. It would be funny. I've done it before, an offline raid. But usually because someone's about to go live. That's mainly why. But it would be funny. Or we raided to Phillips. Or Jerb. Or your opinion's wrong, Ludu. Well, you seem to have delay, Talon, if you're gonna respond to me like a minute late. That's the real skill issue. I get it, you just wanna blame me for everything. I understand. You know, you gotta have someone to hate on. That time John did an offline raid. Yeah. It happens, because usually they end right then and there. Me making hot dogs, I guess. If you want, then you can. Twitch is whatever you want to do for streams. Usually it's gaming stuff, because you do need a category. I think. Usually you want to have a category. But for that stuff, just say like, I don't know, like just chatting or something like that. Because some people, you guys remember the hot tub era? Where I remember to bring up the idea of doing a hot tub stream? I don't hear it as often as much, but just like the audacity or the idea to do something like that, though. Oh, there's a category for that still? Cookie Simulator RRL. Cooking Mama, but RRL, basically. Also, speaking of food, We're not even 2 hours in, but I do think we should just bring it up right now. Do we bring it up? Is it time to bring it up, chat? Is it time? Is that time of the day? Blasphemy. Is it that time of the day to bring her out? What I'm gonna have for lunch today? Yep, what are we eating today, chat? Not just me, but you guys are also allowed to bring up what you want for food. Dinner, lunch, anything. Because we always gotta have that on my streams nowadays. For me, today's Friday, right? So, this is gonna sound like a very unoriginal answer, but I don't know what I want today. I just ate a bit ago. Well, that's a fortune telling. Well, it's still early in the day it's still like 1 a.m. for you, almost 2, or 2 p.m. I mean. What do you want for dinner, I guess, if you are gonna have that later? At breakfast, not lunch. Well, yeah, Jer, what do you want too? Also, Coleman woke me up well. Cries, I want pizza. I do love pizza sandwiches. I had that yesterday. A good old sandwich with lettuce, double ham, Swiss cheese, mayo, and Thousand Island. That does not sound like a good recipe, but I had it and I survived. Yeah, Coleman, that's a good choice as well. Hope you're well. It's boiling in the UK right now. I see. Hot dogs sound pretty good. Pizza last night. That sounds good too. I did have that yesterday because we had a slice of... Someone brought over a slice of... Not yesterday, but on Wednesday, somebody brought over a slice of Costco pizza, so I had that. But for today, I could probably have either another sandwich, which, you know, very original idea of me. Yeah, I don't know. It might just be another sandwich, honestly. Or what if I just got myself a Jack in the Box chicken sandwich again? What do you guys think? Would that be stupid or nah? Crying said he wanted ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream, where is it? All you eat is sandwiches. That is kind of true at this point. I am the sandwich guy. I'm like Chuck the evil sandwich guy from Word Girl. I don't know why I remember that guy, but I just do. Yeah, so it sounds stupid. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, like at the end of the day, you can eat whatever you want for lunch. It's just sometimes I like to change my habits to, you know, look different or have variety, because I love variety in anything in life. Gaming, food, things to do. 40 hours in Micro already. That is crazy, Chirp. But it's only been out for like, what, 2 weeks now? Bet. What do you guys think? Either I make myself a sandwich today, or I go get Jack in the Box and get myself the home-style ranch sandwich without tomatoes. One of the two. I'm thinking, to be smart, I should just have the sandwich. Or make the sandwich at home. That's what I should do. Yeah, either I buy a chicken sandwich tonight, or a homemade sandwich. Or something else all of a sudden. Because the Lord of Sandwich in Kent was gambling and needed something to eat with one hand to focus on gambling. Everything revolves around gambling! Also, with, now it's been a couple hours, I'm gonna bring this up again, chat. A reminder, my birthday stream is coming up soon. My birthday's on Monday, the 23rd. But I will be doing my birthday stream on the 24th because I celebrate my birthday IRL. But for my birthday stream, I'm thinking of playing Undertale. And I'm curious to know what you guys think. Undertale. Would that be a cool idea for a birthday stream? I know I've already brought it before, but I just want to ask you guys again just because it's been a couple hours again, and I want to re-point it out. Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Yeah, I want to tell my Switch I could do that. Wait, your husband's birthday is Monday too. Wait, why are there so many people I know that is on the same birthday as me? What's going on? Jasmine, what is going on? I don't have a tail. Do I have an under? Yeah, like, I know at least 2 other people who share the same birthday as me. Donna's is one, and I haven't talked to somebody else in a while, but I remember someone else had the same birthday as me in Arlie's server. But what's going on? Why are there so many June 23rds? Maybe I do have a tail. Who knows? Maybe, I don't know. Don't exit, don't leave. You know the good thing about the Safari Zone, by the way? You can leave whenever you want. There's no step count. That's really cool about the Safari Zone. I really like that a lot. You could make this your home, and you don't have a step count. It's really cool. Prior to June 24, people to be getting randy. I know. Shout out to all my cancers out there, by the way. Because my sister's also Cancer, but she is July 15th. My older sister. I have 2 other younger sisters. I have a base sister and my non-binary sister, and they're cool BC sister, by the way. Also, 272, that is Ludicolo. Just want to point that out. That's Ludicolo right there. Born with a tail. But what are the odds of being born with a tail? I just hope my laptop doesn't lag again, because this time I have Chrome still up because I need my music playing, but I don't have it like pulled up right now. It's just in the background. That makes sense. Like I have it tabbed out, but it's still playing music. And I also closed out Dashboard Manager, so hopefully that'll help. I already closed out Discord anyway. Yeah, Halloween. Oh, look, it's Monkey Watch. The music that RT Games remembers the most. I've tailed about 40 babies born with true tails. That's, yeah, that sounds nutso. Punk is a setup, gives people ideas. Yeah, birthday streams would happen soon. I honestly don't know if I will play Undertale. I really feel like I should, but it just hit me last minute because I don't know what else I want to play otherwise. And the other good thing about this game is that you have the auto run shoes, so I don't have to hold B at all just to run around. I can just move around however I want, and I'm good. And we're about to approach the Surskit number 2, which is 283, I believe. So, better for that. Surely that means we'll get shiny Surskit at 283, right? That's Surskit number, therefore we're gonna get it. Or if not, 284 for Masquerade. What actually is Safari Week? Good question. I should make a command for this probably, but Safari Week so every year in the Shinante community, we can do a scene called Safari Week. And its date is determined by Matt, aka Absol Blogs Gaming. He determines when Safari Week happens based on polls. And depending on what days of the week, we all spend the week, or a couple extra days, to hunt in any Safari Zone. Any game Safari Zone. You could choose your hunt. It's just shiny hunting in any Safari Zone you want. That's it. Whether it's the Hoenn Safari Zone, the Fire Leaf Creek Safari Zone, the Great Marsh in BDSP or Diamond and Pearl Platinum, or this game, Heart Crystal Silver. The only ones we don't allow are the Gen 6 ones, because Friend Safari and Safari Zone in Oraz are really not Safari Zones. Also, no shiny on Surskit. Oh, wait, no, this is the one right here. My bad. I miscounted. But yeah, we just shiny hunt Safari Zone. That's it. That's all it is. Shiny hunting in any Safari Zone you want. You could choose any Pokemon you want to hunt for, and the Red Blue Safari Zone don't count either, because you could in theory shiny hunt, but you know, there's no shinies in that game, and there's no Safari Zone in GSC. It's only the ones I mentioned. And the main point is just shiny hunt in here, have fun. You might get a shiny, you might not. It's all luck. And that's the name of the game. Either shiny hunt and pray you catch a Pokemon if you do find it. But that's it mainly. You know, I said the easiest out of all the games is unironically BDSP because it's the only Safari Zone with half odds. The others are all full odds. So there's something that this is not easy by any means. Really, any shiny hunt is not easy, but this is what we're working with since the Safari Week. Just shiny hunting in any Safari Zone with the mindset of you might not get a shiny, you might. But it's all for fun. Yeah, I hope that answers your question, Jasmine. Hoopy, which is a great shiny. Yeah, that too. I don't like the Great Marsh though. It is by far my least favorite Safari Zone. I guess I could pick BDSP because I am practicing BDSP right now. I could shiny hunt in BDSP, but I don't know what hunt you guys would want me to do in that game. Yeah, what shiny hunt would I even want to do in that game? I guess Krogunk would be my favorite choice. But yeah, of course. Always feel free to ask. Never a bad time to ask anything like that. Wooper. Okay, yeah, Wooper, but yeah, no. That is a good choice, to be fair. The only reason why I thought about Krogunk is because I like picking unique picks. Wooper is cool and all, but you can also get it in the Hoenn Safari Zone. That's why. Granted, I'm hunting an Oddish, which is not very unique, but I don't care. Oddish is what you guys wanted me to go for. Yeah, you have your own different ways of hunting as well for BDSP. BDSP is it's half odds, so it's a little easier than most of the games. On top of that, one of the strats people do for BDSP is use Sweet Scent just to get the encounter, not these steps. That's something you can do as well. The Hoenn games, you can do you can use the Acrobat, just hop around with a repel if you want to start Pokemon or just simply look for something. So yeah, there's lots of ways to go about it, really, for Safari Week. It looks limited, but there's so many Pokemon you can find. And the best one, in my opinion, is Heart Crystal Silver, because you can customize for certain Pokemon, you can do whatever you want. And you also don't have finite steps. You have to enter every time. All you gotta do is just run around and pray you get it. Yo, Omnom Magan, welcome in, good to see you, Upperwell. Hopefully I said your name right. But yeah, it is Safari Week. Hope you're doing well. And thankfully, Surskit is one of the few Pokemon that's very easy to set up. It requires no days. All you gotta do is just get the objects you need for Surskit or Lotad, and you can just go for it instantly. I found 2 rare shiny yesterday and Violet at the same time. Oh, nice! Did you evolve any of them or just kept them as Yanmas? I do remember getting a shiny Yanma on release week, actually. When the DLC was out, I went for Yanma. I didn't go for Yanma, but I just found one randomly. While I was at the Lotad pond looking for a Lotad, I think. I found a shiny Yanma near that pond in the Kitakami. So that was pretty cool. Kitty too. I like a little yeah, it's very cute. It's just full caps. Yeah, we have it. It's capital A. That's it. Just capital A. Ah. Caught them because I already... Yeah, that's the emo right there. Ah. Already got shiny Yama, evolving new Omega. Nice. Omega's cool. Not one of my favorite Pokemon, but it did make me realize that Tinted Lens is probably my favorite ability in all Pokemon. I don't know how cool it is, but being able to hit everything neutrally is so awesome. But I guess not every Pokemon is great using it. Like, unironically, I take Compound Eyes over Tinted Lens on Butterfree. But like, so it's your teabag. Dragon Bug is a shame. Yeah, we still don't have a Dragon Bug. Isn't that crazy? We are almost 10 gens in, and we still do not have a Bug Dragon. Mega Religious. How about Mega Meganium? Because Mega Meganium. I have to say it like that so I can make it clear that's Mega, not making it sound, but nobody says Meganium. It's Meganium. Am I right, Mr. Deliberate? Talon, you want to talk to me about that one again? Or both? Yeah, both are... That works too. And we don't have a Psychic Rock. No, we do. We do. We don't have a Rock Ghost, though. We have Soul Rock, yeah. Yeah, we have Soul Rock. And Lunatone. But we don't have a Rock Ghost, though. We don't have a Rock Ghost. Yeah, there's no Dragon Bug. Flygon, Yamega, both could have been it, but nope. We don't have that. It's Psychic Ground. But Soul Rock and Lunatone are Psychic Rock. Or Steel Normal. We don't have those somehow. Yeah, it's not Fire Rock. It's not. It may be related to some, but it's not, sadly. I don't get either. Yeah, I don't get either, honestly, Talon. But alas. Hi, Monica. Welcome in. Hope you had a good time playing PLA today. We are Surskit hunting. Yo, Abercrombie, welcome in. Hope you're well. Good to see ya. Welcome in. Makes me think of Scizor's Pinchers. Actually, that's a good point. Wow. I never thought of it like that. And it's funny, I'm using a Scyther currently, my practice run Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. So, it's pretty funny. Yeah, welcome in for those who are coming in. You know, it's funny, I had a crash earlier because my laptop could not went into full unlock mode because it couldn't handle Chrome. But I think what I'm doing now is I have Chrome tabbed out. I don't have Dashboard Manager up, but I still have Chrome up to have my music playing, as you can hear in the background. And I have my Total Legit DS up and OBS up. And also my auto counter up. Cleaver I don't know much about. I never used it before, but I heard it's not good. That's all I know. Look, Cleavor's terrible posture is very relatable. I thought Palkia's posture was bad enough. Yeah, get a little Cleavor. Concept. The way I see it was rock, paper, scissors, but Scyther isn't really anything to paper, related to paper. I don't know why I thought of it like that, but... Wait, yeah, Scyther isn't... No, I'm being stupid now, but... Now I just want a paper version of Scyther, and I don't know why I think that's a good idea. Like a Cleavor right now as we speak. So with bad posture, Monica, to be fair, it's kind of difficult to have a good posture as a gamer. That's why I had posture issues during April when I had chest pain, but we don't need to think about that anymore. I feel much better now, but apparently it's anxiety. I don't know. That's why I have to see somebody about that soon for physical therapist. Speaking of which, I got a call later today for that. I'll do it once I finish the stream today. So probably in an hour or so when I get to 500 encounters. That's the plan. Do you guys think we're gonna shiny during the Safari week actually or no? I guess if I commit to double hunting then maybe. But I'll probably ask Holy Fire about that. I'm sure she knows a lot about setting up multi-hunts. If possible. I physically can't sit straight most of the time. It's okay. In this month, we want to do anything but be straight. Even our posture cannot be straight. I just want you guys to know that, okay? In this month. I appreciate those who believe, but yeah. It's not going to be easy, but last year, I had a miracle happen. Thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Last year, we had a miracle happen. I got my shiny Nidorino on the day before my birthday, which I have a clip of. Yeah, this month, no straight, only gay. I swear, I really just love doing everything this month. Thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate it. I really just love doing everything this month. Because for those who, before I did Safari Week chat, I did Super Paper Mario playthrough, which I beat the main story. But we're going to come back to that playthrough once it's official this week for Safari Week. But let's say lots of gay lore happened between Mr. L and Dementio. And Luigi and Dementio too. Why not? I swear, Dementio just gets around easily is all I'm saying. Yeah, but you guys look at the vibes. And I do a lot of other Cheyennes as well occasionally. Like, it's once in a Mr. L's Luigi. No, he's not. No, he's not. I've never seen them in the same room. Right? Right? Everybody who saw the playthrough, can you guys confirm? We never saw them in both of them in the same room. But they're not the same people. They're not the same person, though. No shot. It's just, I think Dementio's something going on between people that have associated with the letter L. I just don't know what it is, but still. Yeah, see, Mr. L's and Luigi? Come on. They're two different people. Mr. L is just very mean. Luigi's a very nice and wholesome guy that we should love, but we love them both equally. Exactly. That's a fact, yeah. Is that what you're saying, Talon? Oh, that's for it. Oh, it's a for it. That's not an argument, it's for it. I don't know at this point. But either way, I know Luigi and Mr. L are not the same people. No shot. I would never want to believe that. But yeah, Super Paper Mario was really fun. Definitely a really fun game to the story, but gameplay could have been better. But I do admire the story a lot, and that ending, I still need to process it. Like, I want to rewatch the little dialogue between Blumiere and Timpani again after all what just happened. Clive and director Clive and SV are the same person as SMH. Nah, they're not the same people. They're not. They're two different people. They have different names, different personalities. Come on, guys. Fair story about death and love. Yeah, like I just played through it. I never did up until just now. And the gameplay wasn't the best, but holy cow, that ending, man. Like, I really want to understand more about these two. And I, for one, don't really care about romance stories, but if you can make him feel something, you win. You really just win. Luigi Ghost. Yeah, like the chapter 6 blew my mind. Chapter 6 and 8 really blew my mind. They really did. 7 not as much. And the other chapters, well, 2 and 3 is actually, yeah, those two chapters also blew my mind. 3 was good for the most part, but that last one really just surprised me in so many ways. In chapter 2, the corporate Nintendo arc where I had to work to get out of a debt. I will never get past that. That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in any video game. The working for corporate Nintendo. Even though it was just Mimi in the mansion. But I have to imagine it as corporate Nintendo because, come on. They thought of doing that. You're done? I'll probably look into my own Hex sub. I appreciate it, though. Because I definitely need to do that. I definitely need to. And recently, I did watch a video of somebody playing Pit of Our Trials, but at level 1, I think, or if not the entire game at level 1. Yeah, Super Paper Mario, I can see why people do and don't like it, but I'm glad we can all agree the story is magnificent, but the gameplay could have been better. But hey, though, the next game is even worse. I would know. I grew up with Sticker Star, and I'll probably play it next year just to get out of the way. Girl who loved dating since playing the Francis arc and like it was an experience. Yeah. When I got to that part, I really admire how much like depth they went in for making Francis like the most incel of characters of all time. For 2007, by the way. You know, an essay. Yeah, neither do I tell, but but as long as it's a good topic, I'm good with it. Yeah. The reason why is because, I don't know why, but I decided to make June my traditional Paper Mario months. So the first half of June, I would do Paper Mario, and now the second half, I would do Safari Week. It's a little weird, but I like to do that just because last year I played the Thousand Year Door remake, and then the year before that, I played Paper Mario Master Quest Jr. So here I am now, playing Super Paper Mario, and I'll do the rest of it, the post-game, once I finish up this week of Safari Week. But now we do Safari Week stuff. I never played about. Yeah, that's a internet classic right there, Hexa. Going to Game Facts. Say form, I don't know, man. We too deep. Maybe. Yeah, phenomenal game. Definitely glad I got to play it. Well, I give Super Paper Mario I don't think it's like amazing or anything. Some of the levels really did bore me. I think the worst level I had to go through was by far either one of the Chapter 4 levels, except for 4-4, or all of 5-1. I think 5-1 might just be the worst level I went through. The level with those blocks where I had to hit them in order and go back and say please like 5 times. I don't know what was up with that. And then I broke the sequence apparently. Like what happened in 5-1 when I got to there was I got those blocks. I didn't know how to go back to solve the puzzle, so I just hit them in a random order thinking, okay, I'll just brute force my way through this one, and I did it. But then the next blocks, it was like a specific order I had to go back and learn. So I had to say please 5 times for the guy to tell me to write down everything about it. So I did that, and yeah, that was not fun of a level. That was by far the worst level I had to go through. If not, it was one of the space levels too. I appreciate it though, yeah. We got some emotes in here. And some of the bosses got really easy too, I will say. The first few were good. I like that dragon boss we had to go through. Fractail, I think it was. That was a good boss level. The minions were really fun to talk with as well, especially in Chapter 8. And Dimentio, I don't know, I see people love him. Him being the main villain especially was really cool. I just do wish the gameplay was a little better, because I noticed that the game got really easy by the time I got to, what was it, Chapter 4 or 5? I don't remember. Or was it 6? But the game got really easy at one point, basically. Probably when I got Bowser, if anything, but it's super easy. It's a really easy game by the time you learn. No idea what you were doing, and we're doing that literally called trademark overthinking, I guess, but when I learned, I realized that I wanted to do little things a little differently, because I don't want to just do Zane Strat again and again. I want to mix it up and use different characters for a reason. But I learned stuff like Peach being broken with the umbrella, about crouching, Bowser flames going forever, and in the carry strat too. Oh my gosh. But it's fine though. Could have been worse, I guess. You could do all that and then give me no EXP. It was Sticker Star. Because we all know how bad that game is, but I might play it just to get out of the way and hate played through it. Even though I already played it as a kid, and I have no reason to play it ever again. But it would be fun to just play through it and just bash on it. And no thoughts, an empty type of game. I guess so. That is fair. Some pixels too much after the chapter was over. When they were unlocked, I wish there were more complicated puzzles like the pixels. Yeah, the pixels as well. Like they have some dialogue when you unlock them, but then afterwards they just become NPC. They just become tools. That's all they do. In fact, I don't even think I remember using, who was it, Thumper? Is that the ground pounding one? I don't think I even remember using it after Chapter 3. All the others I used like once or twice. Even Fleep I used a couple times for Dimentio. GameCube era. I never had a GameCube, so I never got to play Thousand Door, but last year I played the remake and it was really good. But, Dudley, thank you, Exa. But, hot take, I don't, Thousand Door I still like, but I don't think Thousand Door is as good as 64. I think 64 is better. Granted, I grew up with that version, but I genuinely think 64 is better. I don't know, 64 is just more charming, and I think the other reason is, as someone who's 100%, navigating and backtracking in Thousand Door was not as fun as backtracking in 64, because in that game, you had the spinner, and Thousand Door, you don't get the spinner, and it just feels worse navigating through every area in the game. Especially the moon, where I missed an enemy and had to go all the way back to get it. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, you can like the game all you want, of course, and I see why people love Thousand Door more than 64. In fact, I think Thousand Door is better to the gameplay-wise, because you have super guarding, you have better tools. 64 was more simplistic. But that's just my opinion, though. I understand why people like Thousand Door. You know, 3D Mario guy. That's completely fair, though. Yeah, completely understandable. I see why people love Thousand Door more than 64, but 64 just has a lot more charm to it. The stakes were constantly high. Bowser, I think, just works better as a villain for that game, for the first Paper Mario RPG. Because, like, there were some things that I'm also disappointed with Thousand Door. Like, the backtracking isn't that big of a deal. It does, but it's not as fun to navigate with that. With 64, the spinner was so simple to use to navigate. With the rolling thing, you have to fold yourself and then rotate your analog stick for like 2 seconds, and then you can barely jump that much. The Yoshi also isn't as good because you have to choose him every time to navigate. Like, what I'm trying to say is that you have to do things in order to, like, navigate a little quicker. But in 64, you don't need to do any of that stuff. You can spin whenever you want, and it just makes traversing through everything much easier. And that makes sense. It's a small little thing, but it just made, speaking of 64 music, by the way, it made navigating 64 much easier than Thousand Door. But Thousand Door does have a lot more content, and I definitely respect that more. Like, with 64, 100% of the game is fun, but recipes is not as fun in that game at all. In fact, it's miserable, because you don't get, they don't tell you, like, what you have completed so far in the recipes. And there are some things you have to recook that you can collect normally anyway, like the Volt Shrooms or Life Shrooms. You have to cook those to 100% the game, even though you can collect them normally anyway. Well, yeah, that's fair, Hexa. Some of the areas are very unique. Like, the game has a lot more cooler set pieces, but there are things that I do and don't like about Thousand Door. Like Grotus, I'm disappointed with Grotus. I thought he'd be more, but he felt very generic. But the OST still slaps. The gameplay, honestly, is even better than 64. I do wish there was one more partner in Thousand Door. Is that wrong to have wished for? Imagine Flavio joined your team after everything. But I don't want to bash on the game too much, though. I still think Thousand Door is a phenomenal game. I just think, like, it's a 9 out of 10, or maybe an 8, compared to 64, where it's one of my favorite games of all time. But at the end of the day, we can all agree to disagree. I understand why people don't like 64. I understand people do love it. Gross Chronicles. Like, we really should have gotten more from Grotus. Imagine Paper Jam actually, you know, fulfilled the crossover. Speaking of Paper Jam music, if Paper Jam committed to the idea of bringing older characters back and Grotus finally got a fulfilling role this time, could you imagine that? Teaming up with, like, Popple, for example. That would have been so cool. Well, yeah, the more I think about it, why didn't that happen? Or maybe we finally got to see a cameo of Bluebeard and Timpani. And now I play Super Paper Mario, I can finally understand why people wanted more from Paper Mario in particular. Well, he is ahead at the end, but it doesn't mean anything. Boffle died in Superstar Saga, yet he comes back in Portion of Time, all alive. And in Bowser's story, he comes back as the main villain. 2016 lol. I don't think Paper Jam's a bad game. I played it last year on stream. I don't think it's a bad game. I give it a 6 out of 10. Gameplay is phenomenal. I really like the gameplay in Paper Jam, well, the battling anyway. But yeah, story is not good. Even the set pieces are probably the weakest they've ever been in Paper Jam. Like, even Sticker Star, for all of its flaws, Sticker Star is worse, let me remind you, worse than Paper Jam by far. Sticker Star has a couple original set pieces. A couple. Yoshi's Sphinx isn't original. That was in Mario Kart Super Circuit, in Yoshi Desert, and Dreaded Ruins. But for Paper Mario, it is original. And, you know, it uses that for a level. We haven't seen that in any other place. And obviously everybody knows about the ending mashing being original. Brothership I already played on my own, not on stream, but on my own when it released. I'll play it when the time comes. It will probably be for another few months. I'm not sure. Because I want to play it, but again, it's a long game. Like, really long. Like, 50 something hours to 100%. It took me 58 hours to 100% it. If you guys have to know. But I already played it, and it's a really good game. I give it like an 8 out of 10. Because the early game really does drag, but the end game gets really good. Or awful being a Lazarus Rock, not as long as Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I guess I was about to say Xenoblade Chronicles, because I don't know how long that game is, but 58 hours is pretty lengthy for Brothership. But alas, I'll come back to the game and stream it when the time comes. Yeah, absolutely screw that. Like, that's not cool. I already questioned them the moment Auras happened, but I questioned them even more back when people hated on Sword and Shield. Because Sword and Shield, I don't think what score did it get? You guys remember what score that game got? But Sword and Shield does not deserve like a high score. Well, it's not a low score either. I'd give Sword and Shield like a 6 out of 10 probably. Or 7, somewhere around there, but not like a 9. And I haven't been the main story. Wow. What are you doing in that game, Hexa? Are you like 100%ing it or what? But yeah, just to know that in this channel, I also play other games too. I just want to introduce myself a bit to you guys that I don't do just shiny hunting. In fact, I only do like a couple once a month or so. But for Savara Week, I'm doing it all week to give you guys extra content. But I do other stuff too, like Mario playthroughs, Zelda coming up soon, Nuzlocking. So Sword and Shield, yeah, that's fair. I'm still, despite not being the biggest fan of Sword and Shield, I'm still excited to play it soon enough. Apologies, yeah, you guys are more welcome to apologize about the games. Like, I am excited to play Sword and Shield because I get to use new Pokemon for the Nuzlocks for both games. And being able to fully EV train and grind through raid dens, I'm sure will be somewhat fun. Granted, I don't like raid dens compared to Tera raids, because I hate having to rely on my NPCs, but at least it'll be easy to grind XP. I don't know, it's like, I don't want to sound like a hater talent, that's why. I may get angry a lot, but I don't want to bash on gates constantly. Granted, I bashed on BDSP during Chapter 6 earlier this week, but just know that I like to keep things positive when the time is right. And Sword and Shield are definitely not terrible games by any means. If anything, I do think that the hate was a little overblown. There are things that I understand people are rightfully mad about, like the Dexa thing, and for lazy animations. I do understand why. Definitely could have been worded a lot better from the devs than to say just animations. They could have just said something else. Better Sticker Star though. Oh, don't worry. I'll get there next year. Next year we'll play Sticker Star, and then we're going to speedrun the game and bash on it as much as possible. Oh, Bug Team is so fun. That's awesome. I will say, out of all the Sword and Shield, like, it aren't bad games by any means. It's just, I do think, like, the OST still slaps as usual. I think where the game really falls off, in my opinion, is the end game. By the time I beat Ryan, the game just kind of goes to a halt and just kind of says, let's just do this stuff. Let's just make this guy the bad guy. Let's just halt the tournament stuff. Plus, the mid game is really boring. I hated grinding myself for the gym starting in Hammerlock. But now I know what to do when I actually get to Nuzlocke, the game. So yes, about 6 or 7 out of 10 for Sword and Shield. That's my rating. He plays it. I don't want to do that constantly. Like, I'll comment and critique when possible, but I will try to also get praise where the time is right. For example, I'll give Sword and Shield this. I love, obviously, the soundtrack. The gym battles are pretty solid too. I think some of them have some good strategies here and there. I especially like Ryan for having a sand team and not just being a dragon master, for example. And some of the Jenny Pokemon are really cool. My favorite of all of them is Hatterini. But I've grown respect for Bolton and Eldegoss during my practice run too. Eldegoss especially. Con Guard is such a busted ability. You guys know what it does, right? It lowers speed every time you hit it. Not contact, not anything else. If you hit it, your speed gets dropped. It is really good. In a not good way, how dramatic the original big mid-bang music was for who do actually was. Well, I do know the Sword and Shield battle tower music was made by Toby Fox. I know that. Television. That too. The idea is pretty cool too. I really like that. Oh, you're talking about the guy, Rose. My bad. That music was lit. Yeah, battle tower music was lit. And Chairman Rose music is phenomenal. But then you battle him and he just gets owned by a Chandelure. And it's like, well, GG's. Playing my Violet because the whole Penny storyline isn't good. I'm both turns of gameplay and storyline on a T-star basis. The thing is, Scarlet Violet, I love the approach they went with. 3 different things you gotta do. You gotta do them all at once, or do them all. There are some things I do critique. I wish that Scarlet and Violet did actually scale. Depending on where you go, you could choose who you want. You could save all the gyms till the end, or all the times wherever you want, but they don't scale with you. They only go like by certain levels, or they have a determined set levels for each thing, and that's not fun. You see, this is why I like Crystal Clear. You could challenge any gym you want, and it would scale with you automatically. I wish they could code that into Scarlet and Violet, but alas. Also performance thing too. That sucks, but hey, Switch 2 is a thing now, so now people don't have to complain about it anymore. Like a going at houses having 3 to 5 Taco Bell PCs. However, really took a lot away from that Pokemon in that game. I understand that. Megan. Is that what we want to call you, by the way? If that's cool. But what I do want to say is that Scarlet Violet did have a really cool idea. And obviously the new Pokemon are still really cool. And the end game is probably some of the best the end game has ever gotten for Pokemon. Like that Area Zero alone is worth it. And it makes me excited to Nuzlocke both of those games. But at the same time, Scarlet and Violet are really long games, and I'm not looking forward to Nuzlocking them just because of that. But alas. It's okay, though. Despite the flaws, I think Scarlet and Violet are better games than Sword and Shield, in my opinion. But, yeah. I can understand people do and don't like them. But Sword and Shield is much easier to replay, at least. I'll say that. Sword and Shield is much easier to replay than Scarlet and Violet. But yeah, absolutely agreed on Area Zero. Glad we can all agree on that at least. But also, like, I'll take Terra raids over Dynamax raids as well. Dynamax Adventures is fun as well, but having to do solo Dynamax raids when I did my practice run for Sword and Shield Nuzlocke was miserable. I hated my NPCs, and I'm at the point where when I Nuzlocke those games, I will, and I repeat, I will clause the Dynamax raid deaths. If I get a death in a Dynamax raid, I'm going to clause it because, like, that's not my fault. The NPCs suck. But also, the Terra raids can do whatever they want. I'll just get destroyed. And I have to grind these to get EXP candies and other TRs. So yeah, hope you guys are cool with that. I got a really good design, but oh yeah, that's a good point, Abakrami. Like, why? They have the option to finally choose colors for their shinies, and they still chose to choose like subtle colors. Especially Armrouge and Ceruledge. Those two should have like swap colors. It's that easy for a shiny. And they chose to like make it barely different. And they chose to do the eyes to make it, what was it, a little more blue? I don't know. I just don't like the shinies for those two. And it just hurts and disappoints me. Lugaya. Oh, you meant to say Lugia? Oh, Lugia. Yeah, I see now. But either way, I definitely... Lugia! Oh my gosh, true! Shouts to my Lugia. True. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Shout out to our gay icon, Lugia. So what's saying again? Oh yeah, Sword and Shield and Scarlet Violet comparisons. Scarlet Violet is harder to replay, but Sword and Shield is much easier to replay. I can see people do and don't like either one of those two. I do give Scarlet Violet the edge though. I give that game probably an 8 or 9, honestly. Unironically. It's just hard to replay is the only problem. Isn't water flying? Yeah, that is weird. Like, what I would do, I feel like nowadays, I would just make it water psychic with levitate. Is that weird? Granted, pressure is a good ability on Lugia. Oh, no, multi-skill is really good. But water flying is also really good too. I honestly don't know. I wish, but I will have to nose-out those games too, Abercrombie. I do have to nose-out those games for my full series run. I'm actually practicing Brilliant Diamond right now. I am about to go to my Ace Gym soon. And yeah, those games, I already ranted about BDSP earlier this week when I replayed Brilliant Diamond, but one thing I hate about BDSP that not many people talk about is how annoying it is to EV train. Like, maybe it's just a me issue, but think of it like this. If you wanted to nuzlocke BDSP, first off, you need to know that the Elite Four EV trained. So what would you do first? Do you actually want to EV train or no? If you're like me who wants to EV train to have Trash Mods actually do something like a Bulbasaur and Ambipom, you would EV train so you don't get outspent by the Garchomp, for example. But if you use them in the main story, how do you lower EVs? The only way to do it is by using the berries, those EV reducing berries that you do collect thankfully in the main story, and you have to grow those so you get multiple of them. But you can't time skip, otherwise the game will freeze everything that's related to time skipping and you can't do anything about that. So that sucks. And then the other way to EV train is by, you know, buying vitamins or just simply doing it the old-fashioned way. To get the Mantra Brace, you gotta get a Burmy and show all 3 forms to some guy that wants to see all the forms. The power items are post-game, the berries that you can buy at the Battle Tower are post-game, and yeah, you're basically just screwed from getting all the good stuff to EV train into post-game, which is weird considering they want you to EV train for the Elite Four. What I'm trying to say is that this game is very unfriendly for EV training. And the reason I'm more harsh on BDSP than I am for Sword and Shield and Scarlet Violet is because those 2 games, to my knowledge, are much kinder to EV training. In Sword and Shield, you get the ability to time travel however much you want by using the Raiden glitch, but more importantly, you can EV train by using Poke Jobs. You gotta wait a full day, but you can use the glitch to skip through it. And by that logic, it's easier to EV train. It's very friendly to EV train Sword and Shield. In a game that doesn't even require you to EV train that much, because no one is EV trained except for Pierre's Obstagoon, because he doesn't Dynamax. Cartridge back in the day was crazy. Oh yeah, the cartridge thing with Ranger. I remember that. Wow, I can't believe about that. It does suck, but at least they made it a gift when you got BDSP at the time. I did claim mine, but I don't have that anymore, obviously. But what I do also want to say is, BDSP is just very unfriendly when it comes to EV training. Like, the thing is, Sword and Shield, for all of its flaws, once again, makes it easy to EV train. At the very least, it's very easy to EV train. You'll get vitamins at the end of the game. You'll be able to lower EVs by getting those berries on the trees on the wild area. And you can skip day through them. And you also got Dents to help train up easily. BDSP, you don't get any EXP candies to help train up your Pokemon. You don't get the ability to get berries easily. And more importantly, Sword and Shield introduced this NPC in the Isle of Armor that lets you reduce your EVs to 0. I'm gonna be real. If they can make an NPC like that, why can't any of the other Pokemon games do that? Why? If they have the ability to just simply make an NPC like that, why can't they just do that? Oh my goodness, Jasmine, that is an insane message. Just give me an NPC that will lower the EVs. Literally, all I'm asking, BDSP. I don't know if Scarlet and Violet has something like that. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Sword and Shield is very competitive training friendly. For all of its flaws. BDSP is not. You can still do it, and thankfully there are things they still give you. Like, you can still max out your EVs by using vitamins, but you gotta grind the money for it. And that's not easy. Because I gotta fight the old people constantly. Like, it is easy to grind money, but it's still time consuming. I mean, that's the point, but Sword and Shield is very quick with EV training compared to BDSP, and it's just a time waste for me. Like, oh, I have to wait for my berries to grow. Once again, just add an NPC to allow you to lower your EVs, like Sword and Shield did in Isle of Armor. Literally, that's the easiest fix I've ever seen. And the fact they did it makes me wonder, why can't they just do it in the other games? I don't know if SV does it, but I'm very sure SV can also very easily let you EV train, right? Scarlet and Violet, I'm sure you can EV train that game easily. Surely, hopefully. Because they have to be faithful to Dyne Pro. I know, that's the thing too. Is SV. Oh, that I don't know about. I usually turn off my animations, but I forgot about SV. About that. In the overworld. Oh, there you go. There you go, Exa. There you go. See? Those games are very friendly towards EV training, yet BDSP is not. And I'm only saying that because BDSP is like the only game besides Gen 7 entirely where you have to EV train to keep up with the Elite Four. Sun and Moon and Ultra Moon, I have to EV as well, but I can do that easily. But BDSP, not as much. Which is why what I'm gonna do for BDSP is I'll have to grind those berries regardless, but I will be using grind magnets, aka Mew Jirachi, to help me train up my Pokemon easily. Because in theory, I just use rare candies, but I can't do that on physical cartridges, so I have to actually manually grind. So what I'm gonna do is I'll probably try to EV train up by grinding money, buying the vitamins. By the time I get to Elite Four, grow as many berries as I can early on to help me get enough berries to get my Elite Four team EV trained properly, if that makes sense. But yeah, what does suck about BDSP and will make it much easier is if I could just simply time skip, but I can't do that. I have to just wait for my berries to grow, wait for the right sellers to show up to give me the right TMs, which by the way, I don't know why they did finite TMs again. Really stupid decision. I don't know why they did that in the first place. I really disagree entirely. I think TMs should be infinite, and if people don't like infinite TMs, which is crazy to think about in my opinion, just use one TM only. That's it. Limit your TM usage. That's it. All it takes. I really don't understand why finite TMs are still a thing now. Just, at least Scarlet Violet makes it super easy to get them. BDSP does do one thing. You can actually get post-game TMs normally. Like, you can get Calm Mind and Bulk Up, if you're lucky, in the Underground. But that's the thing, you gotta wait a day for it. I can't stand dailies. I just can't stand dailies anymore. Either let me time skip without punishment, or just don't at all. That's just my opinion. Make desserts from it. Oh, desserts? That sounds kind of good. Then 6 on a whole story. BDSP, yeah, Auras got a lot of flack because it was too easy. Or Battle Frontier, which I can see why. To me, my biggest critiques with Auras, I guess it is a little too easy, which could be an issue, obviously. But here's my other critiques. Mauville City, obviously, I don't like it because it looks cool, but navigating it is annoying. Like, I don't need 20 plus rooms just to navigate through Mauville City. I also don't like the Safari Zone, as I'm doing Safari Week right now. Aura Safari Zone is different because it's not a Safari Zone. It's Safari Zone, but it doesn't work like regular Safari Zone. I don't like that at all either. What else is there? Yeah, Heart Crystal Silver, Oraz, and Fireleaf Green all work because they do different things to make each thing different. Fireleaf Green, they have the 7 Islands. Say what you want about 7 Islands, but at least it's new content. Heart Crystal Silver, they give you a lot more Pokemon. You have a lot more quality of life stuff like Pokemon following you around, GB sound. Things are a lot more upgraded. Like, there's just so much different things going on. They even include Sinnoh Pokemon and Hoenn Pokemon in the Kanto area. That's cool. The Safari Zone is back too, new routes, and Oraz is really cool because while the games are easier, you have the Mirage Islands that you can use natural dex Pokemon before the Elite Four, and people hate on this game for what reason? I think having a natural dex before the post game, guaranteed, is really cool. I really love it. It allows the Elite Four first off to be a little different, but you can use other Pokemon last minute before then. Like, for example, I got these Electros before the Elite Four, and it swept Glacia in my Omega Ruby run. It was really cool. Heart Crystal Silver, I do wish it wasn't just... Heart Crystal Silver wasn't the best at it, though. Like, you can use some of the Sinnoh evolutions, like Ambipom, Tangros, and Licky Licky, because they're level up moves. But Electivire, Roserade, Mismagius, Honchkrow, Magmortar, Rhyperior, all that stuff is all locked behind Kanto. Once you beat the Elite Four, you have to win until then. Okay, true. That is kind of true, yeah. I wish both of them were available. I do wish, you know, Chris didn't get neglected. To not having Chris, true. Yeah, both would be nice. Both is better than only one. Just give us 3 playable characters, or not 4. Introduce another guy too. Why not? That way it's a win-win for everybody. You have Ethan, Chris, Lara, and another guy. It's a win-win. I really don't have a preference between the two. I think they're whatever. Like, I only know Lyra from the anime of all things. He actually appears in the anime. And she calls Dawn Dane for some reason. I don't really like the gag that much. And then she talks to Dawn about having a crush on Ash. Which, like, what? I don't understand the plotline of the Heart Crystal Silver arc. All it did was just give Dawn a Cyndaquil every gen. That too. I do kind of wish they just gave other characters more spotlight, I guess, yeah. Version of Lyra. Blue hair pronouns, crazy. Oh, Silver, that would have been sick, actually. That's a good shout. And then Ethan becomes a jerk character. I don't know. At the end of the day, I feel like he could do more with Johto. That's how I see it. See, this is my go. Sinnoh, the only thing I don't like about Sinnoh are the HMs. How many you need. But it's still fine. I think one thing I should give credit to Sinnoh that I don't think a lot of people talk about. Can we talk about how good... Listen, I say what I want about Barry, and if you don't like him, understand. I like Barry for a new reason, actually. I think when replaying through BDSP, I noticed that the rival placement... This sounds a little weird, but like... I think Sinnoh perfected the rival placement. You fight the you meet the rival not super constantly early game, or a couple times early game, but he fights you at the perfect time in each split, in my opinion. You fight him early on, once you get your starter, of course. You fight him again at Route 203 before you get your encounter there, after Jubilife. Then you find him again at... Where do you find him again? At Hardhome, which is pretty far away, right? Yeah. Pretty far away. Riding a fire type of Sinnoh. That's a good joke, Jasmine. Don't worry though, I'm a fire type for each stuff. Yeah, he owes you $1 million. He finds you. I like him a lot in the anime too, because he kept that same gag, and it gets funnier each time. Like one time, Dawn loses against a tournament to fight Palmer, the Tycoon Master, who is, you know, Barry's dad. And then Dawn says, I lost! Someone's really gonna get fined! And then Barry says, Ash, it's fine time. I just find it funny because Dawn makes the gag and then Barry backs her up. You guys gotta watch the Sinnoh anime. I watched it years ago. I marathoned it saying, It's really good, but very, very slow. Because I was like, what? By the end of the first season of Sinnoh, I just finished watching Gardenia and the Hard Home Tag Battle. It's really slow. It has a lot of filler, but it's really good. It's fine time. Plus, Sinnoh does have some of the best filler episodes I've seen. There's an episode of Jesse releasing Dustox. There's the Togepi episode I will never forget about. It's really good. The Hard Home Tag Battle arc, really good too. A whole year for a 7th and 8th gym is really bad though. Like, imagine being a kid waiting for Ash to get to a gym battle and then realizing that every Saturday you get a new episode. And 52 episodes, that's a whole year wait. How did they get away with that is all I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is that for the Barry fights, yeah, the Barry fights, they're really well placed. You fight Barry not too frequently, but not too often compared to Black and White, where you fight your rivals like every split, every gym match you defeat. They're like, oh, you got a new badge. Let's fight to see who has the cooler badge. Let's go. And in Black to White 2, while they tone it down a lot, Hugh doesn't really fight you as much though. Like, you fight Hugh early on, then you fight him again at the ranch, and then you don't fight him until Undella Town. Well, also PWT, but he fights along with you in the Seward. PWT doesn't really count, because like that's a rigged tournament for you to win. And then you fight him again at Undella Town. And then after that, you fight him again at Victor Road. Like, it's very not well placed. It's very too infrequent. And he also tags along with you in the Plaza fights a couple times. But Barry tags along with you at pretty much every perfect split you could think of. Early on, he fights you for the starter fight, of course. Then there's also, once again, round 203. Then you meet up with him a couple times in Orberg, and then he stops showing up until Hard Home. He fights you. Once you beat Fantina Platinum, or once you finish talking to Mom, he'll fight you in Diamond and Pearl. And then, before you go to Wake and Platinum, you'll fight him. Which is a little unexpected and a little weird, but at least it's like a good time to fight him. And then there's also the fight in Diamond and Pearl. There's also the fight once you chase the grunt. After you defeat Wake, you chase the grunt, then Barry fights you. It's a weird placing, but at least it's like balanced enough. And then he tags along with you. No, you find him again in Orberg. Not Orberg. Canalave. Yeah, Canalave. Which is a good place to fight him as well. Before you go into Byron and Iron Island and all that. And then you meet up with them against Jupiter in Lake Acuity, which you don't fight her at all for some reason. And then he tags along with you in Spear Pillar. And then he shows up at the league. Boom. Perfect. Legit, the perfect rival placements. Like, Sinnoh is very balanced when it comes to placing the rival at the right time, compared to Black and White. I love Black and White, but the rivals, there are just too many rival battles to count. Yeah, he does. And I'm like, why are you de-evolving your Starly? By the time you meet Staravia, I think it's Canalave? I think that's when you meet Staravia, then he becomes Staraptor by Spear Pillar. Raptor was good, yeah. What I'm trying to say is that give this one Barrow you want, but he has a good placement. Also BRB. Okay, back. My younger brother came in to give me a little chocolate ball. It's one of those, what's it called? Ferrero. Yeah, Ferrero. Yeah, that's what he gave me just now. Sorry about that. I'm sorry for the little trigger warning of the chewing. I should give more heads up whenever that happens, because like I never eat on stream. Yeah, one of those hazelnuts one. I usually like these, but my younger brother offered. I'm like, if I say no, I sound rude. You know, it's just a small little sweet. I decided. My college professors had to cancel class because everyone was sick, and he brought everyone a Fiora Rocher the next class an apology for him being sick. Wow, what? That is so wholesome. That is That is so wholesome. What? Like, bro doesn't need to apologize. We understand when a professor's sick and they're out. But that's gotta be some dedication to being respectful to their job. That's so sweet. I love that. Regain stamina too. Like, yeah, that's awesome. None of my teachers were like that. They always like apologize, feel bad whenever they're sick, but I wasn't like that. In fact, my choir director, who is still my director for like my town choir, loves talking about sweets. He always says like, oh, if you show up too late, bring me a sweet. But it's obviously a joke. It's just like whenever he talks about anyone, like whenever you show up late, like, oh, bring me a sweet. No. He is harsh on us sometimes, but he knows his job very well, and he's very good at teaching like how to properly sing. Like, he can be harsh, but he knows what he's doing. It's like one of those directors that like can be harsh, but generally tries to be a nice person, and he's not outright like yelling a lot. He's just, it's out of love, if that makes sense, you know? But I bring that up because he loves talking about sweets whenever like someone shows up late to class. Man, I miss uni already. I can't believe I graduated last year. Yeah, that's really wholesome though here, Megan. Is he a better teacher than Squidward? No, Patrick, that's a... No, SpongeBob, that's a chorus line. To a Ditto raid? Oh my gosh, now I see it. You brought a King Gambit. Oh, to be fair, King Gambit's really good. Yeah, thank you, Megan. I graduated last year with a degree in economics. During COVID, I never met half the professors. I started at the beginning at community college in 2020, and I only got to meet like a couple professors. Thankfully, my director for choir at community college, I joined my last semester before I graduated community college, but she retired immediately after. Also, I missed 420 rats. It's fine. But yeah, she retired immediately after I joined choir for my last semester. But one interesting, I got to at least meet her, and she was really cool. I met her before in high school when she came over to help us like conduct one time, and I was like, wait, I recognize you. And yeah, she was very sweet. Hope wherever she is, she's doing okay, because she was really good at helping us learn as well. And one time when we were singing Into the Woods, when we did a choir song for Into the Woods, because our theme was Broadway, and we got to do Into the Woods, which I've never seen Into the Woods, but the song we sung was really good. And she brought us sweets over one time because, you know, the lyrics of one of them was, I hate to say I asked it, but do you have a basket? And she sung that and then brought us a basket of sweets. I think it was, I don't remember what it was, but it was just like some sweet. Wow, being in the same industry, you may see them again here and there. Oh yeah, that's true. Like, it's always awkward, but I almost never see any of my teachers or professors. It's always nice to see them bring sweets over. It's really wholesome. Proper graduation. Wow, really, Jasmine? I thankfully, for high school, I didn't get a proper graduation, but community college and university, I did. And I felt so, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm mixing up words. Like, it felt so satisfying, there we go, to actually live a graduation again. Because when I graduated high school, it was COVID era, so we didn't get a proper graduation. And I said, the last time I got to graduate was middle school. But thankfully, community college, I was worried that wasn't going to happen again, but in 2022, we were good enough to still graduate normally. And same with my university last year. Although university graduation was worse because it was so hot. Like, it was really hot. I wanted to leave early. A lot of us left early as well, actually, when we got our diplomas and left, including myself, because my girlfriend wanted to see me and she was impatient. Man, I'm having a good time yapping about my past college experience because I met some really good professors, and some not good ones, especially from online. My computer science professor in 2021 when I started streaming did not like that class one bit, and it made me say, yep, I'm never doing computer science ever again. And after that, it was miserable. Stingy with the grades, and just, no. That's in the past. Like, he wasn't like rude or anything. He was just like, how to describe it? Condescending? Is that the right word? Even though it is rude to be like that, but like, man, I can't believe I survived through all that. I didn't fail, thankfully. Like, it wasn't hard. It's just like, he was not good at teaching us anything for computer science. Like, in fact, one day, I think it was December. I think it was like December 2021 when it was my younger sister's or my younger brother's birthday. I forgot because they're both their birthdays are very similar in date. It was early December. I went out to our local pizza restaurant, and I had my phone up in a call or on Zoom because of we had class. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get in call, but I'm not gonna say anything. So I wouldn't be marked absent. That makes sense. I brought my phone over. I put up my phone and acted like I was in class. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. My younger sister came in again, and I usually like to, since I was trying to hunt, I'm like, I want to keep playing a bit, because I can still hunt a bit, but I didn't want to, I guess, like, in the moment, I was like, do I want to keep hunting? Because, like, I can still hunt a bit, but I gotta stay muted until they're out, because I don't want to picking up. They had to pick up something quickly, and they were playing on my Switch as well, because I let them play. Sorry about that. Let me read your message again, Megan. I took a stress management class as like I needed another class this semester. This may help. And then COVID hit. And that class went online. I've never seen a teacher check out more than that stress management teacher. What? Wow. That's got to be literally the worst time to have something like that again. Because having to have stress management into having a COVID stress-related event like that. Yikes. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so lesson learned. I need to clearly like tab out Chrome because it's been an hour and now my laptop is doing good. I really think having like Dashboard Manager up is what's really delaying or causing this lag. Or at least having Chrome up, tabbed in. Yeah, because earlier we had a crash, but now we're good. Man, I'm sorry to hear you have to go through that. I think what happened for me was when COVID hit, I was about to finish high school. I had like two AP classes. No, 3 actually. Statistics, Spanish, and physics. And out of all those, only Spanish I passed easily. Which means I can officially say I'm bilingual, which I already was. I can speak Spanish pretty easily. Como ahorita, yo puedo hablar español, pero no hablo español porque no me gusta hablar español, porque es difícil para entender todos aquí. Which all I said was it's hard to speak. I don't want to speak Spanish because it makes the other people here to understand. And now everybody can speak Spanish, which is important to know that. But a couple of my friends do. I know Llama does. I know Steph does. Anyone else here know how to speak like another language? I know Monica knows how to speak Japanese, which is crazy. I understood at least half of that. All I said was, I can speak Spanish, but I don't do it often because it's hard for you guys to understand. ¿Está bien? Sí, sí, sí. But I've learned a lot when it comes to speaking Spanish, especially with my grammar. Like, I've gotten really good at the grammar. You know, I've been taking it quite a while. And by a while, I'll be like 5 years, but who else is counting? Just me. I'll say it again, though. What do you guys, if you guys are participating in Safari Week, what are you guys going for this year? Or just any shiny hunt? I know, once again, Jerb was just doing Execute. I know my friend Tata Mocha is going to be doing Yanma, I believe. What are you guys doing right now for hunts? If you guys are going to be doing this as well. No estoy bien, estoy... Te estás muriendo, te estás muriendo. You're dying. I should add some Safari music, maybe. Or just add, like, the actual Safari songs, like the Hoa Safari Zone. I should do that. Muriendo. That's how I say it. Pozo de excesador de particulares. Yep. Muriendo, yeah. That sounds about right. Yeah, what do you got for this week, chat? Or like any plans for this weekend coming up in general? You guys always prefer to talk about anything you got in life. This is the perfect time to talk. For example, tomorrow I'm going out with dinner to my father. Tomorrow we're probably going to Denny's. So I know it sounds boring, but it's, you know, it's just a time to get to talk with my father again. I haven't been able to see him much this past year because he's busy working somewhere out of town. But he's doing good. So a little white whale this week. Ah, I see. Spinda. That's an interesting choice. Spinda is a weird Pokemon because, like, I only get frustrated seeing it whenever I get in a Nuzlocke. But when I'm, like, just casually playing the game, I think it's a little silly of a Pokemon. If anything, a lot of people argue how the 3D models look worse on a lot of Pokemon. I actually think Spinda is one of the few exceptions where I think it looks better in 3D. I think it's very well animated in 3D. Anybody agree with me on that one? Because, like, Spinda's just doing a little ditty dance in the 3D models compared to the 2D where it looks like it's just moving left and right in a stance. Like it's shaking its spine. Self won last time in this event past 2 days ago. I faced at least 4 hot pips, only back to back by separated DVD aside. Aw, rip. I'm facing, yeah, 4 of Hot Pips. Yeah. At least Hot Pip is a cute shiny, but still. I hope you're able to get yourself a shiny you want. Wait, yeah, that's right. I'm trying to interpret that correctly, right? Is that what you wanted, or what are you looking for in particular, I guess? Doing also solo run of it later. About him. Hey, no. Just because a Pokemon is bad does... Hey, think of it like this. If a Pokemon is so bad at something, it makes them succeeding all the more satisfying. That's how I look at it. And Spin is not good. Like, it's not. 60 across the stats is bad. But it is funny to see it win. And Contrary is such a fun ability on it. With Superpower especially. Like, it's so bad. That's kind of good. When you actually get it to work. There goes Jigglypuff. Gotcha. Jigglypuff, that's a unique pick. Yeah, that is really unique. I forgot it here, right? Yeah, it is. I remember that. I only went Surskit because I just think not people hunt Surskit enough in this game. Because, like, what else do people... What's, like, a rare Pokemon that nobody hunts for in this game? My first thought was Matang, but, like... No, I'm not going for Matang. I'm never going to get that shiny, ever. It's just... Finding it alone is, like, no. And second, it takes a couple of days to get it. And third, it's a 3 catch rate. That's never going to happen. So, yeah. Is Scroopy here? Yeah, Scroopy is in the Safari Zone in this game. I think it takes a couple days to find it, but Scroopy is here. Tank for Dynamax Adventure. Well, yeah, that works too. That's also near Axa. And it's cool because Metagross is a great shiny, of course. I really do think Metagross is a phenomenal shiny. It makes me think about the fact that some people got that shiny Metagross in... What's it called? Also 456, pretty cool. The shiny Beldum gift. Is that what it is? If you guys remember, when people played X and Y for the first time, some people used the gift Torchic, and in Auras, people used the gift Beldum. That's what it was. I just forgot, like, if it was shiny, and it is, I think. Because I know Steven had a shiny Metagross in the anime, too. But yeah, just something I remember. We'll go to 500, by the way, before we end today. I think 3 hours is good place to end. We'll go to 500 today. Have I gone though? Aw, rip. It's why I'm tempted to... I don't want to reset my BDSP save file. Is that weird? With BDSP, the reason why I'm saying that is because there's the Manaphy gift. And I don't want to get rid of that either. Right, because it's only like a limited time it was when it released. Yeah, it does suck though, because like you can't use Beldum in the main story otherwise. That's why I wish Auras did give you the ability to use Metagross. Do you raid or no? Like, do I raid to anybody? I do, yeah. Or you're talking about like raid dens, but streaming raids, yes, I do raid, always, if possible. I never had anything other than Beldum that was any sort of special on X and Y Auras. Ah, I see. So it must be really cool to use it. Same with the Blaziken in X and Y. Granted, the game is already easy, but still. Are you suggesting I should raid somebody, Albuquerque? If so, I'm open as long as it's a Safari Week raid. Okay, gotcha. But I'll raid the Safari Week people this entire week, except for birthday stream, which, remind you, I will probably play Undertale for my birthday stream on Tuesday. Feedback's on Mega Ruby though, so I had to try Melodic too. Oh, that's a good choice. I'm glad they made Feedback's more common. I'm really glad they did. Granted, it defeats the purpose of being rare, but it was already going to be defeated on purpose of being rare when Black and White hit, because you can get Feedback's on Route 1 in that game. But I don't like that the trade Evo. I don't like that. Wait, can we talk about that again, chat? Like, you guys remember how in PLA there's the trade link cable to allow you to trade your evolutions? I really don't know why they can't just add that to every game. Like, just let us have our Alakazam for free. Literally, that's all we're asking. Granted, like, the way I would do it is add that if you can't trade, or, you know, just make it to where, just make it an option. Give it 1 or 2 options. Just make it 1 or 2 options. Either allow yourself to trade by trading somebody else to get as quick as possible, or wait until you get a link cable. There you go. That's my opinion. Make it 1 of the 2. Similar to Milotic, how you can either trade for a prism scale or just max out its beauty. Or is that like no longer a thing? I don't know. But either way, that's how I would do it. Make it an option. What else is there? Yeah. It's just that it's annoying that they can actually add a link cable though. And they're probably gonna do it again for ZA and then not do it for any other game. Just the Legends games. I get that, Abercrombie. I never played PLA. I have the game, but I never finished it, so maybe I'm wishing too much, but it's just my opinion. I'm tired of just having to be gatekept from using evolution just because I can't trade. I think just adding the out of the trade is better. And then having an option, being able to trade with somebody else is an option to evolve a Pokemon is a good way to go at it. That way, it's a win-win for everybody. If you still want to evolve your Pokemon by trading, then there you go. You can do that. Or you can use a link cable, but you have to wait a long time to get it. That's how I would do it. Okay, true, yeah. Don't worry. I'll still get ZA probably, just because my younger sister probably wants it. And I know people will want me to get it anyway, so we'll see. Yes, we can max Feebas VOD. Oh, okay then. I guess so. And there's no prison skill in that game, I assume, right? But either way, that's just how I see it. Wait, no, you can max out its beauty and Harkles is over, I think. Granted, you don't get Feebas, but also you get Pokewalker, but still. Prison skill is Gen 5, but BDSP is Gen 8. And Auras, too. That's just what I'm saying. Yeah, you can, right? Are we correct on that? I forgot how, but I heard you can, apparently. Anybody happen to remember, or... I know you can. I've been told you can. I'm looking this up, actually, just to see. Also 69, nice. But I know you can. I just forgot how. That can't be. Well, the thing is, you don't get Feebas normally anyway, so just know that you don't get Feebas at all in Harkles of Silver unless you do Pokewalker. Which that is one method, but not really. Or like, not super easy. Let me look this up. To do it... Massages from Daisy Oak. This is 13 years ago from GameFAQs, though. I need Reddit. I don't like Reddit, but I need to, like, see. Content stats, Puffins. What about Harkles of Silver? But there's a way, apparently. I just forgot how. Okay, it says 8 times massage from database from Daisy Oak. That's it. Apparently just 8 massages from Daisy Oak, which is all the way in Kanto. But it's a method. Because she's the one that increases your happiness. Well, adding Reddit to the end of your Google search to get answers to your question. Like, I don't like Reddit, but at least a lot of people are talking. And that helps me realize that, okay, there might be multiple answers. Like, a lot of people bring up the same discussion to help me, like, figure out what the consensus is on something. That's just how I see it. Luck in at work. These are stream. We'll start dropping again. All good, Megan. Good luck with work, and hope to see you around soon. I appreciate you for sticking around. We're probably gonna end soon anyway. We'll go to 500, probably. But yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate the good luck. I'll do a little note, by the way. We don't do just Surskit. We're gonna be doing Oddish next time as well. And if I can find a way to get both Oddish and Surskit to, you know, to double hunt at the same time, then I might try it out. Just so I can have 2 hunts at once to be productive, or just multiply myself. I don't know. I'll talk to Holy Fire about that. I trust her with the info. I also gotta make a call soon for appointment for something once I'm done with the stream. Like, glad you guys are liking the vibes though. I don't do a lot of try hunting once again. I only do it like occasionally, but I just try to have fun whenever it happens. But at Safari Week though, this is like the time for me to have fun the most. Even though I'm just yapping a lot. I'm just happy to be able to do it with you guys. And this is a new hunt for me. So, yeah. Very excited to be doing this. And if I find a shiny all of a sudden, I will pop off. Ideally on Sunday, because that's the day before my birthday. And if I find a shiny on the day before my birthday, I'm gonna like lose it all over the place. Yeah, there you go. Apparently that's what it is. Wikipedia is a good worthy source, but two sources said Daisy 8 times, so that made me think, yep, good enough for me to believe it. So yeah, that's how you do it. I didn't know either. Like, I knew about Daisy giving you massages, but I didn't know about the fact that it raised beauty as well. I just thought there was like another method that I was forgetting, like Poke Aslan, which wouldn't make sense, but it works. But yeah, now you know. Granted, you don't even get a Feebas in Heart Gold Silver. You can only get it by Poke Walker, I think. But still, that's all it is. But what I was saying earlier is that I just don't like trade evolutions because, you know, you gotta have another friend for it. And I kind of get why they do gatekeep a lot of powerful Pokemon, but they're not even that great. Oh, they're really cool, but you can have your starter, you can have other good Pokemon in the game. Why a couple of them gotta be trade evolutions? I just don't like the idea. Like, either give me the ability to hold the item and level it up again, like Sneasel. Like, could you imagine Sneasel was a trade Evo? Could you imagine all of the Sinnoh evolutions were trade Evos? That would be fun. No. You just gatekeep a lot of people from being able to use them. That's just my philosophy. Gatekeeping is not fun. At all. Sometimes I get why, though. Like, legendaries are overpowered Pokemon. Of course it's fair, but then you have stuff like, you can have Alakazam as early as before Misty if you have a trade evolution. Why not just delay it until, like, Saffron or something to have an Alakazam, if that's how you want to balance your game? A nightmare. Oh, yeah. But here's also how I see it. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that too, yeah. Because, like, they do trades in the anime, but it just adds a complicated mess. Just give them an item. Give them a link cable. Literally all you need to make it a little more balanced. But make the link cables available later in the game. There you go. Balance solved. Yeah, but they're not like overpowered Pokemon. They're not legendaries like Slacking's got legendary stats, but they balance it by giving it Truant, quote unquote balance. But, you know, like, I just don't see the justification. I think make it a link cable. And if you're probably wondering, well, they need a reason to make a second version. They already did with Verge exclusives. That's where you need the trading from. That's, in my opinion, where you need the trading. Not trade evolutions. Does it make sense now? That's just my opinion. Like, if you want to disagree with me, fine. If you agree with me, cool. But personally, I think just trade evolutions should just not be a thing anymore at this point. Because we have link cables in Legends, and they still choose to not make it an item. We have a lady that reduces your EVs, and they still choose not to bring her in any other game but Sword and Shield, Isle of Armor DLC specifically in an area where nobody's gonna notice. Like, I don't understand these decisions sometimes. It still be mid. Wait, no! No! Doesn't Own Tempo block Intimidate or something? Or is that Oblivious or Inner Focus? Right? Am I stupid? Does Own Tempo block Intimidate? It does. That'd be broken, Talon. Imagine trying to intimidate a Slacking and then boom, Own Tempo. You can't intimidate it. Just give it Runaway. There you go. That's what it needs. It would still be mid. I don't know about that one though, Talon. Think about it. It's a normal type with bulk up, gargantuan defense, and high attack. I think it'd still be Uber. I don't think it'd be mid. Because it still has like legendary stats. Now, obviously there are downs in Slacking. Normal type doesn't allow it to hit a lot of things super effectively, as uses coverage moves for that. But one bulk up and boom, it just becomes very big of a wall. Also, it gets slack off. It's kind of important to know that. It could just be a wall. A close combat regardless. Talon, you do remember its stats, right? It's 150 HP, 160 attack, like 100 defense, I think. I might be wrong. Actually, now obviously its biggest exploitable weakness is the SPDF. That's where its biggest weakness is at, actually, if anything. Yeah, it's 65. It's not good, but it has a lot of HP to make up for it. Why else do people think Snorlax is still good as a, you know, as a wall? English word? Well, so is Electrode and Seal. Well, not exactly that spelling, I think, but it's a lazy name, but still. Come on, wait a lot. I'm trying, Llama. We'll commit, hope we're well. We're actually about to end soon. We got 9 more encounters left. It's RU. Okay. Snorlax is slow though. Slacking isn't the fastest Pokemon ever, but 100 speed is a very crowded tier list. That would be disastrous in itself. But yeah, I hope we're well, Llama. It's just very nice to see ya. We've been yapping a lot all day. And no Surskit, which is fine. We got all week to worry about this. I hope you've been well, Llama. Very nice to see ya. Hope school stuff has been well for ya. I think you're still doing that. I don't know, but hope it's going well. But like slacking, I still think would be Ubers. Well, maybe not. Like maybe I'm sleeping on things, but it can get bulk up with slack off. How is that not busted? Does that make sense? And it's 100 speed. That's the other thing too. It's pretty. 100 speed is a very crowded tier. Like, it wouldn't be overpowered, but also I think it would genuinely still be too good for OU. I really think it would be. It gets slack off, bulk up. It can do so many things, and it has a really good move pool too. Slacking is the process of. Hold on. Slacking it because I tapped out. Hopefully it doesn't lag again. Okay, good. I don't know much either, Talon, about competitive, but I just want to see what people would think, though. Okay, but it gets slack off. That's pretty important with leftovers, too. I'm just saying, the thing can set up pretty easily. The only thing it doesn't have SPDF. And obviously, like, 100 isn't that biggest speed, but it's still fast enough to outspeed a lot of Pokemon. Once again, 100 speed is a very crowded tier. We're trying to slack off. What? Against what? A special attacker? What? Did this switch out to something else? I forgot to repel. Hold on, I forgot to repel. I'm getting mixed up from this talk alone. But I do think slacking is overpowered. Like, it's not perfect or anything, but because obviously SPDF is not the best, but it can bulk up and slack off. That is a scary combination. Or pun, I guess so, yeah. I like Slacking though, despite everything. Slacking is just such a unique Pokemon to use. And it also has insane coverage. That's pretty important as well to know. It gets like Night Slash, it can get Earthquake, it can get how many moves? Like, it's the coverage, slack off, bulk up. It's not just that, it can do lots of things. It can be even a choice user too, if it wanted to. It's just, it has so much it can do if it didn't have Truant. Okay, maybe not. I don't know. Like, it's definitely too strong for OU. That's the thing. Then that means it's Uber, or at least OUBL. That'd be new. There's no such thing as OUBL, but yeah, Player 2. Like, it has insane coverage as a normal type. Even though it's not gonna hit super hard, even though it has a lot of power, it's not gonna hit super effectively with stab, which is an issue. But it has bulk up to make up for it. Like, it could do so much. It can do a bulk up set. It can do a choice set. It can do lots of things. And when a Pokemon can do a lot of things, it's done for. That's like saying that if Genesect is bad in Gen 5 because it dies to a fire move, when it has so many things it can do in Gen 5 OU. That's why I'm saying that Psychic will be just as busted. Like, it can do lots of things. When you take away Truant, it doesn't become prediction reliant, and it just actually goes in. Yeah, but there's no such thing as OUBL, is there? Oh, by the way, we reached 500. We'll do 4 more. We'll do 505. We'll do 505. Because I'm yapping about slacking all of a sudden. But I do think it'll be busted. And a reminder, 670 BST, I think it's 670, is just too much. Granted, Kyurem Black made it to OU, but that's because of its move pool. Slacking doesn't have that issue with move pool. It has tons of moves it can use. All right, 2 more, chat. I've been yapping a lot, but we must close this hunt in a bit. We'll go for 2 more, and then one more here after this. Okay? 1 more left, chat. 1 more left, and we'll call it here. All right? Always stats on versatility alone. Yeah, like, it's definitely not RU, though, as you were implying earlier. It has to be, like, past OU at least. Like, I get that we were coming from it's not perfect. It could die to a special move. I get that, but the thing can sit on physical attackers for days, and a lot of the Pokemon are physical attackers out there. So, imagine. And a lot of fighting types that hit it super effectively, too, are also physical attackers. Granted, Slacking is not going to take everything, but with 1 bulk up, it will sit on a lot of things. You have to pray for a crit at that point. But I do think it'd be just too much for OU. But chat, that is going to do it for me today. I am going to call it here. I'm tired and I need to do an important call. And yeah, thank you so much as well for hanging out today, chat. I appreciate it for sticking around for this long. And thank you for all the people who are coming in as well. Hope you guys had the first day of Safari Week. Let's go. Call here. Sorry for the crash earlier as well with my laptop. I really need to stop having my laptop tabbed in when this happens. It's 150 HP with 100 defense, Talon. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. That is bulky. It's not like Mandibuzz here bulky, but that's still bulky. It's more physically defensive than Mandibuzz, but it's not like... It's because it's a Bidef. It's not super Omega tanky. It's just max bulk. And if you don't do max attack, it's not strong enough. You run max attack and speed. It depends on the set. You can run max bulk with bulk up leftovers. What? You can choose what set to run. I'm done with this, Talon. Talon, I get where you're coming from, but it would still be powerful because it can do lots of things. And when a Pokemon has a lot of versatility, it's good. Okay. That's enough. I need to stop because I'm just yapping about slacking for nothing, and Talon is just probably wanting me to just lose my mind. Yeah, but you said RU, and that's like, no, that is not going to happen. Come on. Sorry about that, chat. All right. Thank you guys so much for streaming today. I know I just yapped a lot, but just know that I had a good time today. And yeah, let's go close off today. So first off, if you're new to my channel, I have a Discord. If you have to join my Discord, you are more than welcome to. We yap a lot. You can claim a free Pokemon if you have not done so already for my Nuzlocke or any Pokemon I ever catch in any game. I have a Twitter and Blue Sky if you want to follow me on my socials there. I don't post a lot on those, but you're more than welcome to follow if you can. And also, yeah, I do post updates on when I go live as well if you ever want to check that too. And I have some spam channels too if you want to post like Pikachus and Macargo, Slugma, and YouTube. I'll post all my VODs, including this one. This one will go up on YouTube later today. And yeah, next time we'll be back for more Safari hunting on Sunday for Oddish, I think. That's the plan. On Sapphire. Yeah, but you said something about RU was slacking too, or something. I don't know, but either way, slacking wouldn't be like... I don't see it. I really don't. It's 670 base at total. I don't get it. I feel like we could only know if like somebody made a video on it. That's how we would really know, or if you did enough testing time, because I encourage you to test it out. That's how I would know fully. Maybe, but 670 bits at total, all I'm saying. Now, maybe something like Flutter Mate could overwhelm it. I guess that could be an issue. But then Slacky could just pack like Shadow Claw, did it super effectively. Boom. It's not gonna be perfect, but it'll still at least do something to Flutter Mate. Oh wait, is it Flutter Mate Uber? I don't know anymore. Just an example of what I mean by. Like, it can pack a lot of stuff for certain Pokemon. Let's go rate somebody. If you're not sub, these are rocket emotes. If you are sub, these are wicked emotes. Let's go rate somebody, chat. All right, who are we rating today? Reminder, it's Safari Week, so I'm gonna rate somebody who is doing said Safari Week. All right, let's see, who is doing Safari Week? Who's doing Safari Week that can raid? Well, it's a mega Pokemon. It takes up a mega slot. I'm done, Talent. Just, I'm done. If you want to believe that, I'm proud of you. But I am not gonna. I generally don't believe it'll be I definitely don't believe it would be too good for you. It would be good enough for you. It would be too strong. Okay, who am I rating, chat? I need to rate somebody for Safari Week. Anybody got suggestions? Well, it's a mega Pokemon, Talent. You can take up a slot, and Mega Blastoise also suffers from like, no, water type competition, something like that. It's different. I'm not in the mood. Who am I rating? Anybody got suggestions? I need to rate somebody. For Safari Week, reminder. I want to rate somebody who's in Safari Week. I guess I could just look at Safari Week and say who's doing that right now. We can figure out together who's doing Safari Week. Either way, I will try. Oh, Johnston. Do I just rate Johnston? Do you guys want me to rate? No. He has enough. He has a lot of viewers. I'd rather rate somebody who like around my size. It's smart to do that. Let's read. Let's try somebody new. Have I ever rated Junes before? Oh wait, Junes with other people. I don't know if a collabing is the right idea. Either way, I think rating somebody new is the right call. Let's raid. Ooh, I can raid Josh192. Yeah, I can raid Josh192. They're doing Safari. He's doing Safari Week. And hunting for Scyther and Fire Red, I think, or something like that. We'll do that. We'll raid Joshua92. Now we'll start just the name itself. Let me see if I got it right. Joshua92. Alright, let's go raid Joshua92, chat. Gonna be nice to them. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I had a good time chilling with you guys for this Safari Week. And a little note, we're gonna be doing this hunt later on. No shine today, but we'll come back with Surskit later on in the week. And Oddish. I'll either rotate or do them both at once at some point this week, if possible. And once again, be on the lookout.